6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047, as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
The ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The ground report. The ground report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
The countdown is on. The hype is building.
Do you have your tickets yet? Tickets are going fast for the Icons Can Cook.
The Icons Can Cook.
Turn down your pot as your Icon chefs will be cooking for you on the 26th November.
The groups are ready. Which team will be the champion of Icons Can Cook?
At Hearty Foods Car Park. Bring out the entire family. Enjoy the Christmas vibe and after party. So much in store. Bouncy castles, face painting, ice screening tests, live performances, music by all our DJs. Drinks will be on sale. And of course, 10 different dishes to choose from. Here's your menu and your team leaders.
Howie, Chinese food, Team Blue. Dr. High, Blue food, Team Pink. Robin, Christmas dish, Team Red. Kabuki, White team, pigtail and pork pilau. Music library jerk, Team Orange. Rough cut, barbecue, Team Green. Amitabh, curry, Team Gold Yellow. Robert Amar, fruit and salad bar, Team Burgundy. And Harvey Foods lamb and chicken biryani menu, Team Purple.
Hold on, wait. And gourmet cutters from the Ground Report.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand filled by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruka, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
We Kinda Jazz presents It's Celebration Time again this Christmas with international singing sensation Charmaine Ford, the Pan Masters Dane Gulston and son Daniel Gulston, legendary guitarist Clifford Charles, Marilyn Williams, singer of Ribbons, Los Amigos Cantadores, Parang, renowned saxophonist Tony Paul and band. Saturday, December 17th at Udicot, the Government Plaza Auditorium downtown, Lower Richmond Street and Wrightson Road, Port of Spain. Showtime, 7 p.m. Tickets, $350. Available at Pinot Noir Vu Clothing Stores, 13 Mucarapa Road, Santa Maria Plaza, St. James. Boland Amar Complex, 177 Traggery Road, Woodbrook, and at the door. For more information, call 625-3623, 628-4073, 628-0162. Sponsored by Specialist Hardware and Home Center, 282 Eastern Main Road, El Dorado, Tacarigua. It's celebration time again this Christmas with Charmaine Ford.
M&M Pharmacy opens its doors to you, strategically located next to Eastside Supermarket, Sangre Chiquito. For all your healthcare needs and much more, M&M Pharmacy will give you customer service like no other. Your health is your wealth. Opening Saturday, 3rd December.
Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs. Get your eShop, PSN, Roblox, and Steam cards. Also get the latest PS5, PS4, Xbox, and Switch games. We have everyday specials, 2 for $500 on games for everyone. Shop online at sheltechelectronics.com and get even more discounts. Visit us at 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Capital Plaza, Port of Spain. Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs.
Worrell Regis and Company Limited. Services offer new tires and battery sale, motor vehicle inspection, mechanical repairs, fleet maintenance, tire alignment, wheel balancing and rotation, nitrogen installation, auto body repairs. Authorized agent for all major insurance, windshield replacement, wrecking service, parts and accessories. SMR Enterprise Shogunas. Telephone 665-3377 or email worrellregis@yahoo.com. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Worrell Regis and Company Limited.
You can get it in the morning, you can get it in the evening too. You can get it in the night time. Target corned beef's there for you. Yeah, every day so many ways. Target corned beef's good up for days. For your breakfast, lunch and dinner, make sure you choose a winner. Now she want me to eat it up, eat it up, eat it up. Eat Target corned beef, believe it, cannot refuse it. Eat it up, eat it up, eat it up, eat it. Target corned beef, yeah.
New look, same great taste, same great quality.
Distributed by Amco, a subsidiary of Ansa McCall.
Me and Ari, restaurant number 67, Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, fry bake, roast bake, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetable. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. Dilla a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dogs, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
Trinity Lighting, 123 Western Main Road, St. James. Special on Lumina LED bulb. Purchase 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. Trinity, they stock a wide variety of electrical supplies and specialize in light bulbs and parts for all your residential, commercial, marine, and medical fixtures. Remember, buy 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. 628-8373 or 622-6935. Check them out on Facebook, Trinity Lighting ETC LTD, or shop online at trinityetc.com. In the Miami area, contact them at 305-354-2033 or 305-932-0727. Remember, be safe and wear your mask. Trinity Lighting welcomes you to their main store, 123 Western Main, St. James.
Your family's legacy deserves a place of remembrance.
One that pays tribute to a life well lived.
Imagine a picturesque garden where you can preserve your memories for a future generation in a serene,
eco-friendly sanctuary
surrounded by lush tropical trees
where you and your loved ones can rest securely in infinite peace. Your legacy begins at the Orange Grove Memorial Gardens.
Call us now at 223-2178.
Rated as the #1 event of the 90s. Some say it was the best era ever.
I heard he sang a good song.
Others say it was the event that touched the heart and soul of a generation.
Put your picture on my mirror.
Whatever it was, on Saturday, December 3rd, at the Center of Excellence, we will all rise and reconnect to Michelle. Everyone is talking about it. You have to be there for this once-in-a-lifetime experience. Hurry and get your tickets now. Limited General and Island VIP tickets are now available online at suntix.com. St. Augustine Green Machine Alumni Committee, Bobby's Bar, Curep, Cache Stores, La Luna Diner, Aruka, Extra Foods, Devon Home Furnishings, Eldorado, Scrapes Car Wash and Laundry, Trin City, Sensational Sammy Seafood, Arima, and Bamba Star Lounge, St. Augustine. Michelle's The Journey Back to the Future has begun.
Restyles Funeral Home Company Limited. Services include cremation, burial, embalming, human remains repatriation, tents, and grave markers. At Restyles Funeral Home, you can stay in the comfort of your own home and be assured that all your funeral needs are met, from the time your loved one passes on to the day of burial or cremation, which simply means we do registration, acquire death certificates, and much more. We are on call 24 hours, 350-3626 or 218-51 0804.
Talparo Youth Club Windball Cricket League, in collaboration with Councillor Ryan Raprasad, presents the Grand Final, Saturday, 26th November at Brazil Recreational Ground. Third place playoff at 10:30 a.m. Best of the rest finals at 1 p.m. National Women versus Women Talparo All-Stars at 4 p.m. Big 8 finals at 6 p.m. Lots of events on the day. Tin Pan Alley, Greasy Pig, musical chair, joke of the day, beer race. It's games galore all day. Live music and entertainment. Saturday, 26th November at Brazil Recreational Ground. Come and support your favorite team. This ad sponsored by More FM 104.7.
This is it. It's We Kinda Christmas, the concert. Sunday, 4th December at Napa. It's happening under the patronage of the Tunapuna Piako Regional Corporation with Malik Folk Performing Company, the Trinidad and Tobago Prison Service Band, First Citizens Supernova Steel Orchestra, along with Los Alumnos de San Juan. And look out for ZTV Shiv Shakti Dance Company and special guest Chuck Gordon.
Yo, this is Chuck Gordon. Once you reach by the gate, forget all your worries. Don't bring problems and stress up in here.
Showtime, 6 p.m. Tickets, $200. Available at Napa Box Office, Tunapuna Piako Regional Corporation Office, or WhatsApp at 278-7878. Get yours early and come and enjoy We Kinda Christmas, Sunday, 4th December at Napa. Lots of door prizes to be won. It will be the sweetest.
A real Trini Christmas.
There's a new drink that's transforming what you expect from a beverage. U-Juice is 100% natural and has the power of red ginseng, turmeric, ginger, and the world's strongest antioxidant, astaxanthin. Your new favorite drink has arrived. U-Juice, en route to the ultimate you.
U-Juice. I'm gonna drink bigger than natural booze.
Once it's nice, you do it twice. The sweetness continues. Sunday, 27th November. Baila Baila. 12 bars of Christmas will be alive at Sensational Sammy's massive Sweet Soca Parang Party. Baila Baila. Featuring a live concert performance by Rome. With special performances by the Queen of Parang, Alicia Jagasa, and the legendary band Los Alumnos de San Juan, Myron B, Dr. Ross, Bass, a.k.a. Trilogy. Also the sensational Una Sola Voz, plus more. And Sensational Sammy live. Join the Baila Baila from 4 p.m. at Sensational Sammy Seafood Plus Restaurant and Bar in Arriva. Admission is only $125. Call 265-1172. Food and drinks on sale. Sweetness you don't want to miss. Bring your crew, your shack, and join the 12 Bars crew at Sensational Sammy's Sweet Soca Parang Party. Sunday, 27th November from 4 p.m. at Sensational Sammy Seafood Plus Restaurant in Arima. Sponsored by Guinness, Native Mall, Sensational Sammy Sound Company. Baila Baila.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant, number 67, Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, Friday, roast beef, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. Dinner a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dogs, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your order 7 days a week.
Come home, it's all you need. A little bit of city in the country. Sangre Grande is the place to be. DG Homes gives you luxury. Affordable, brand new. DG Homes come shining through. Step into reality, a home of possibilities. Dreams come true, it could be you. DG Homes, modern, luxurious living for all.
The countdown is on. The hype is building.
Do you have your tickets yet? Tickets are going fast for the Icons Can Cook.
The Icons Can Cook.
Turn down your pot as your icon chefs will be cooking for you on the 26th November.
The groups are ready. Which team will be the champion of Icons Can Cook?
At Hearty Foods Car Park. Bring out the entire family. Enjoy the Christmas vibe and after party. So much in store. Bouncy castles, face painting, ice screening tests, live performances, music by all our DJs. Drinks will be on sale. And of course, 10 different dishes to choose from. Here's your menu and your team leaders.
Howie, Chinese Food Team Blue. Dr. Hyde, Blue Food Team Pink. Robin, Christmas Dish Team Red. Kabuki, White Team, Pigtail and Pork Pilau. Music Library Jerk Team Orange. Rough Cut Barbecue Team Green. Amitab Curry Team Gold Yellow. Robert Amar, Fruit and Salad Bar Team Burgundy. And Hearty Foods Lamb and Chicken Biryani Menu Team Purple.
Hold on, wait. And gourmet cutters from the Ground Report. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047 as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
M&M Pharmacy opens its doors to you, strategically located next to Eastside Supermarket, Sangre Chiquito. For all your healthcare needs and much more, M&M Pharmacy will give you customer service like no other. Your health is your wealth. Opening Saturday, 3rd December.
Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs. Get your eShop, PSN, Roblox, and Steam cards. Also get the latest PS5, PS4, Xbox, and Switch games. We have everyday specials, 2 for $500 on games for everyone. Shop online at sheltechelectronics.com and get even more discounts. Visit us at 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Capital Plaza, Port of Spain. Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs.
Warrell Regis and Company Limited. Services offer new tires and battery sale, motor vehicle inspection, mechanical repairs, fleet maintenance, tire alignment, wheel balancing and rotation, nitrogen installation, auto body repairs, authorized agent for all major insurance, windshield replacement, wrecking service, parts and accessories. SMR Enterprise Shogunas. Telephone 665-3377 or email warrellregis@yahoo.com. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Warrell Regis and Company Limited.
You can get it in the morning, you can get it in the evening too. You can get it in the night time. Target Corn Beef's there for you. Yeah, every day so many ways. Target Corn Beef's good up for days. For your breakfast, lunch and dinner, make sure you choose a winner. Now she want me to eat it up, eat it up, eat it up, eat it. Target Corn Beef, believe it, cannot refuse it. Eat it up, eat it up, eat it up, eat it. Target Corn Beef, yeah.
New look, same great taste, same great quality.
Distributed by Amco, a subsidiary of Answer Macau.
Me and Ari, restaurant number 67, Western Main Road, Gym, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, fry bake, roast bake, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. De La a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dog, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
Trinity Lighting, 123 Western Main Road, St. James. Special on Lumina LED bulb. Purchase 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. Trinity, they stock a wide variety of electrical supplies and specialize in light bulbs and parts for all your residential, commercial, marine, and medical fixtures. Remember, buy 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. 628-8373 or 622-6935. Check them out on Facebook, Trinity Lighting ETC Ltd, or shop online at trinityetc.com. In the Miami area, contact them at 305-354-2033 or 305-932-0727. Remember, be safe and wear your mask. Trinity Lighting welcomes you to their main store, 123 Western Main, St. James.
Your family's legacy deserves a place of remembrance.
One that pays tribute to a life well lived. Imagine a picturesque garden where you can preserve your memories for a future generation in a serene, eco-friendly sanctuary
surrounded by lush tropical trees,
where you and your loved ones can rest securely in infinite peace. Your legacy begins at the Orange Grove Memorial Gardens.
Call us now at 223-2178.
Rated as the #1 event of the 90s. Some say it was the best era ever.
I heard he sang a good song.
Others say it was the event that touched the heart and soul of a generation.
Put your picture on my mirror.
Whatever it was, on Saturday, December 3rd, at the Center of Excellence, we will all rise and reconnect to Michelle. Everyone is talking about it. You have to be there for this once-in-a-lifetime experience. Hurry and get your tickets now. Limited General and Island VIP tickets are now available online at suntakes.com. St. Augustine Green Machine Alumni Committee, Bobby's Bar, Curep, Cache Stores, La Luna Diner, Aruka, Extra Foods, Devon Home Furnishings, Eldorado, Scrapes Car Wash and Laundry, Trin City, Sensational Sammy Seafood, Arima, and Bamba Star Lounge, St. Augustine. Michelle's The Journey Back to the Future has begun.
Restyles Funeral Home Company Limited. Services include cremation, burial, embalming, human remains repatriation, tents, and grave markers. At Restyles Funeral Home, you can stay in the comfort of your own home and be assured that all your funeral needs are met, from the time your loved one passes on to the day of burial or cremation, which simply means we do registration, acquire death certificates, and much more. We are on call 24 hours, 350-3626 or 218-5104.
The countdown is on. The hype is building.
Do you have your tickets yet? Tickets are going fast for the Icons Can Cook.
The Icons Can Cook.
Turn down your pot as your Icon chefs will be cooking for you on the 26th November.
The groups are ready. Which team will be the champion of Icons Can Cook?
At Hearty Foods Car Park. Bring out the entire family. Enjoy the Christmas vibe and after party. So much in store. Bouncy castles, face painting, ice screening tests, live performances, music by all our DJs. Drinks will be on sale. And of course, 10 different dishes to choose from. Here's your menu and your team leaders.
Howie, Chinese food team blue. Dr. High, blue food team pink. Robin, Christmas dish team red. Kabuki, white team, pigtail and pork pilau. Music library jerk team orange. Rough cut, barbecue team green. Amitab, curry team gold yellow. Robert Amar, fruit and salad bar team burgundy. And Hobby Foods lamb and chicken biryani menu team purple.
Hold on, wait. And gourmet cutters from the Ground Report. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047 as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself.
We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Develop a sense of self-reliance. You must develop a sense of confidence. And you must know and remember that parliamentarians are your servants and that you are the lords of the land. And so I ask you to put your hand on your heart, every one of you, and shout after me, I am the government. Louder, I am the government. I am the government.
Good morning, good morning.
Yes indeed, my friend. Yes indeed. Good morning to you, Kof.
Good morning, Lennox Smith.
Yes indeed, of course. Good morning to everybody, East, West, North, South, Central, in Trinidad, our friends in Tobago, and wherever you are streaming on the World Wide Web. A pleasant good day to you. Yes, Andy will be joining us in a little bit, but of course the show has to continue. Of course, don't forget this weekend, in fact on Saturday, that is tomorrow, the Icons Can Cook, and of course you'll get a little more of that today as we wrap up or we mop up some of the unfinished business in preparation for the execution of that event, the last of the year for at least the radio station and its administration, of course, charity event for a good cause, and one expects that, of course, tickets are almost complete, but without a ticket you don't have a chance. But contact Marie, of course, the numbers will be given to you, and now, well, of course, numbers to call Marie at 336-6594, as well as 379-2480. So 336-6594 and 6289. Sorry, why am I always calling the radio station old number? But of course, 379-2480, 379-2480, and then of course the other one is the 336-6594. I trust that I didn't say too fast, so people didn't get a chance. I caught you by surprise, so I will call it during the course of the program as well. But let me say to you that flying, of course, is a worthy cause, and Andy has said that you, even though the ground report is focusing on cutters and to conclude from, and when you hear the Adam, so that you heard it already, you'll be able, of course, to ask Anne-Marie to see if you can benefit if tickets are still available from the other menus that may still be available. 1 or 2, 3 or 4 tickets in every category seem to be the order of the day from the information I have. But that being as it may, of course, excuse me, we continue, of course, to treat with the issues of the day. And of course, let me just run through the headlines. Kof will give you an update as to what is happening on social media, and then we open up the lines immediately. And if Andy has to join us, well, of course, he will inform us as to what some of the issues that he would want to address, and at the same time maybe ask me for some clarification and or further elaborate on whatever issue that may be on his mind. That being as it may, of course, we expect Mikey to be in a little later as well. But we continue, of course, to do what we have to do for you. Engineer describes efforts to save divers. Chaotic rescue attempt. So, of course, the engineer was drilled yesterday, of course, by the attorneys for the family, the bereaved family, and of course, Prakash Ramada was incisive. He was, of course, expected to be very firm, and he did, in fact, of course, drill that engineer who was apparently involved in the looking at the attempt or planning to attempt an attempted rescue that never materialized. That is the conclusion that I would draw, and that, of course, I think a very pertinent question that was asked, whether or not he consulted with those divers that were standby from the company, and the answer was that he didn't consult. So, but they were looking at saving lives, or should I say, saving lives and not jeopardizing further lives, because they would have drawn certain conclusions, as of course the Coast Guard was instructed, and others not to, of course, anybody to enter that pipeline to, of course, engage. And of course, they suggested that the lone survivor was not available at the time conveniently, because it was simply a chaotic situation. So it appears that there was universal.
Morning,
my friend.
Yeah, well, you know, any technology could afford us anything.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Because they did mention Prakash is who is the lawyer. And
yeah, for the family.
Saying it was a difficult this or that. But I watch many movies, and besides many movies, there are true stories of disasters, whether it's been mines, whether it's be offshore, underwater, however, whereby when a country fall in a situation whereby a engineer could say it is about a chaotic saving, what was to try to go and save them, everything was chaotic or however. Well then, why did, if Trinidad professionals and it was so chaotic that none of them don't know what to think, why they didn't call for professional companies outside of Trinidad and Tobago that does that could have flying and reaching within 3, 4, 5 hours? Them brothers and them was living for 30-something hours, boy. They had enough time to come from America, watch me. Them had enough time for somebody to come from England, boy. If the flight is 10 hours, boy.
And the thing about it is, in response to that, from the information, from the information coming out, in response to that specific question, why that didn't occur, because they were apparently on the telephone line or Facebook or whatever it is, or WhatsApp, communicating with persons, taking instructions or advice from people at a distance when they were there, and of course they would have had some kind of emergency plan, I would assume. I got a very, should I say, crash course this morning as to what were the procedure and how they would have revised and practiced any emergency, and in this particular case it probably was not expected. But the fact is that they have to become creative, and it appears that it was a total case not just of chaos, but paralysis. People just 4 lives were destroyed in the process, and I mean, and that is simply unacceptable. Andy, are you there? Yeah. So let's continue. Of course, AG calls in scrap iron dealers. They're having a meeting today to talk about the AG's position, I suppose, because it's a 6 months ban. And of course, the scrap dealers did say that they will be talking to countries such as India and China to see whether or not they can have any influence and or impact on the present administration. I suppose maybe one of the things that might have triggered this meeting today, it appears to be a rushed meeting, probably because the government probably wants to preempt that further exposure of its international image out there, because of course I expect that the scrap iron dealers will not be saying nice things about the government, because from the press conference announcing that initiative, that strategy, was that they believe that the scrap iron industry was hiked from the ordinary people to give it to of course, the 1%ers, to be a bit more graphic. So we're going to see what is happening with that and the outcome. I know that the Scrap Dealers Association is very vociferous and very open, and they will of course be telling us what is the latest development coming out of that meeting. But once again, of course, today, the Scrap Iron Dealers Association, they have confirmed, will be meeting with the AG to discuss essentially their plans, as well as would expect that the AG will give the Scrap Iron Dealers Association as well the latest with respect to the government's position on the regulation of the industry. But being, of course, let's continue. Of course, there is Sizzla and Clayton, two, of course, Jamaican artists with conscious music, visited several schools in Laventille and East Port of Spain, one of which, of course, would have been the Rose Hill, and the other would have been the Mobile Laventille Secondary School. And, of course, they asked the students generally to stay focused, and I suppose it's part of a and to, of course, motivate young people that they can be all what they would like to be, with some focus and some assistance and support and so on. But certainly it will not happen if it is that they are fearful that they will die before they achieve their objective, far less to achieve the age of maturity. Because in Laventille, among the gangsters, and me, I like it without fear of contradiction, those who are gravitating, they will tell you in uncertain terms that to be 25 years is to be old age. Let me repeat that. To be 25 years is to achieve the state of old age. That is the level of expectations, very low expectations of these people who are engaged, and we need, of course, to recognize that as not a good thing for Trinidad and Tobago, not a good thing for East Port of Spain, Laventille, not a good thing for reducing those international advisories against Trinidad. Of course, we have no injuries reported as fire hits UWI Student Administration building. That is good news, but the building itself has been gutted, but not as serious as it could have been if it wasn't for the speedy response of the fire service. So kudos to you, fire service, today for your saving part of the building. But of course, I suspect that administrative work at that facility will be disrupted at UWI. So people, if you have work, you better make a telephone call, or if you have business to be done at UWI, make a telephone call to find out, because was scorched or gutted to some extent by a fire. That being as it may, sorry about that. This cold thing seemed to be humbugging, but dangerous development taking place with respect to the washing away of that road to Manzanilla, that nexus, that connection between Sangre Grande and Manzanilla and Miaru, that road. Well, of course, that has resulted in an alternative route that is taking much longer, hours in fact, and but it costs $45. Yes, $45 to go and $45 to come from Sangre Grande to that place, and vice versa. $45 from $20. So again, the authorities better, do what they have to do quickly in order to treat with that situation, because certainly people are going to abandon work and all of that because they simply would not be able to pay that kind of money on a sustained basis. So the quicker the road is repaired, the better for everybody and development. Of course, a PM methanol fuel ships mean economic turnaround for Trinidad and Tobago. Again, this Prime Minister seems to always engage in some kind of phantasmagorical statement of optimism and so on as he gets the opportunity so to do. A typical opportunist, a typical what I consider to be indolent individual, as we have seen over the years, but continues, of course, to try to hoodwink and deceive the ordinary person who would still be taking, even though that is a waning group of individuals, they are slowly recognizing who Rowley is and taking too long. But of course, another fantastic lie, because one time when he says that in inaugurating a methanol ship that was docked at the waterfront in Trinidad, of course in Port of Spain, and immediately a person like me would come to mind if you're saying that is now the panacea for Trinidad and Tobago and it's wrong and methanol and so on. Then one has to ask, why is it that Train 1, for example, you spent $200 million on the maintenance of it, even though we have something like 5% as ownership of that, and the upstreamers, the BP and Shell and so on, said that we don't have gas for that, and therefore that has to remain in fallow. Why it is that, and it is these enterprises that will produce, of course, the methanol and so on, quite apart from the fact that Point Lisas is being gutted. Some of those major players have left the country because it was simply uneconomical, because there is no gas from which, of course, the methanol will be produced. So why Dr. Rowley will say such a thing? And then, of course, he seemed to be in a state of convenient or maybe another state of schizophrenia or bipolarism, because here again he went to China. And he told us when he came back that, and of course there was a MOU signed here in Trinidad with the Chinese, one of the major dock developers in China, coming here, and within a short space of time, Labre will be developed into, of course, a dry dock, and we have seen no sign of that taking place, but yet still he comes here because the ship exists, capitalizing and parasiting on an initiative of one of the players in the industry in Trinidad, where he flew to Zurich, I think, some time ago, Proman, and then, of course, use that opportunity to give us some kind of fantastic story that clearly has no relationship with development of Trinidad and Tobago. I used to do that. Yes, Andy.
Yes, so because here why I started study too when you was talking that day. But and we have a gas shortage technically, and we buying gas and the raising gas for Trinidad and Tobago here. Now the people that pay $45 for a major road that block off, no rush. Why? Because it's not an election in the air. Understand? And then if we ain't have gas, because it's stuff we buy. And then remember it have a surplus and some extra billion in gas and all that is unaccounted for. Remember researchers breaking down something.
Yeah, well, I was coming to that. I was coming to that. I was going to conclude, Andy.
Right.
Andy, I was going to conclude.
Just one thing in that. If it's all of that, is he with the same methanol thing he trying to sell as it, and I agree with you, like, always this man with a pie in the sky. So, all right, if that is our reality, is it that now we, because as I mentioned, Train 1 is done, we is who are over? Buy the gas and pump the gas for the methanol plant to produce the methanol, for get them the gas for to produce the methanol? That is the question I want to ask you.
That's right. That is a major ingredient for the production thereof. But the point, but the additional point I was going to make was exactly that here it is. You're saying that this is the mark of a turnaround of the economy. That's what the man say, but yet still recognizing that when a major windfall came as a consequence of the Russia Ukrainian war or dispute, whatever you want to call it, here it is, you got an additional $8 billion just so being increased production. The upstreamers say that you have no gas to even begin to start up, even though you invest $200 million in, of course, maintenance, and of course is the subject of national disquiet. You now come and say that what is taking place there yesterday is a major economic turnaround, but yet still you take out subsidy this year in the budget, you reduce subsidy in order to make sure that, of course, cost of living continues to rise, and you're still talking that this activity, which Trinidad, the government has no part to play, but suddenly it is a major economic turnaround. I mean, where Dr. Rowley will get the hell off and stop inciting people and making people focus on wanting to do things that they don't want, because Dr. Rowley must stop harassing the people and mamagaing them and taking them as fools and making certain that somehow he will not feel the wrath. He and his government will not feel the wrath of the people. The people are fed up, and therefore stop provoking the people. Dr. Rowley, stop it. Stop provoking the people. The people are peaceful. They are waiting until 2025. Clearly, they have no choice, because as you have continued, of course, to destroy Trinidad, people seem settled to wait, and at the end of the day, of course, with some disquiet and some, of course, upheavals and some distress that they will from time to time manifest, whether it's burning tires, whatever it is. But the fact of the matter is that stop making these fantastic stories that doesn't exist, has no place in Trinidad and Tobago's development future, or otherwise you have simply failed, and you must not use these occasions to capitalize and make political statements that has no basis in reality. And that is where my concern is, because Dr. Rowley must know by now, and all of those persons who are around him. I don't know if he is talking to probably those persons who are supposed to go and vote when I think it's the 26th and the 27th. So it means that tomorrow and Sunday, try to make an appeal to the last voters, or those who have not yet made up their minds as far as the rank and file of the PNM is concerned, to vote for him, because he wants a huge mandate according to him, and if he doesn't get it, he will take note here. I see Amal discussed it yesterday with one of his contenders, Boeing, but of course note here could mean two things with this man. It could mean that he's saying I'm going to take revenge on you, or it could mean that he is getting out. Well, I could assure them, I could assure everybody that Rowley ain't going nowhere. He has to be forced out, he has to be oinked out, he has to be jettisoned, and as a typical narcissist, and of course one who has promoted, of course, crime and criminality within his cabinet, and of course he himself being a not just a supporter, but a purveyor and an initiator of these very inimical things against the country across the board. And and we don't have to be a rocket scientist or come here from Mars not to know what is happening with this government. Andy, are you still there? So I want to conclude there. Of course, the ODPM reports impassable roads, landslips, flooding. Well, of course, nothing new in recent times across Trinidad and Tobago. So people be very careful, especially in flood-prone areas. And if rain start to fall, you must avoid these places because, of course, you may find yourself in a lot of problems in terms of landslips, and you don't want to not see 2023 as we move inexorably to 2029 when we have to make a decision. Cuff, maybe you could after.
Yes. Well, let's open the lines, man. Call the numbers. The lines are open. The lines open. And numbers.
And tell us what is happening on social media as well.
Yeah.
What?
People, of course, I was just told only 16 more tickets. The ground report
do we open the lines or?
Oh! All right, good. Andy, 16 more. I think Anne-Marie just gave me. She said, you would understand. She just says 16 more. She talking in parables.
All right. Yes. 16 more.
All right,
Nice.
good, okay. All right, people. So, Cuff, tell us what's happening on social media, and maybe the lines can be open so people can comment on the phantasmagorical story that Rowley once again has, of course, issued to the people, hoodwinking and deceiving.
Okay, so good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Also, good morning to the viewers. I'm reading TT, Nuts Cake, Bood Rabs, Sean Paul, Nisha Smart, Ron DMC. We also have Nadira, Grace Caesar, Bahukli, Zaber and Gani, Anne Marie Reyes as well. Good morning, guys. Also, Marvin Frederick, Rosa Ali, Permranch Baznat, Bix, Virginia Maharaz. We also have Kati Sukdio, Patricia Hutchinson, Ali Trini, Marvin, Matilda Rhodes, Barry. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys having a good morning. The numbers to call 229-0251. That's 229-0251 or 239-5120. 239-5120. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, Lennox. Morning, Andy. Morning, Kof.
Morning.
Report here.
Very good one.
Yeah. Extension of the crash course this morning. I hear Andy Williams saying that when the incident happened, they could have flying people 2-3 hours. But it don't happen like that. It don't work like that. Before you start the job, I could say what I want to say on radio now because Andy didn't come and meet with me to know this. But I didn't want to say before. But as the thing start now, I could say it. Before
you might crash course this morning. Go ahead.
Before you start, and people who listening, my name is Lachman Lang Sakawat, better known as Freeport. So people gonna know who talking now, right? Before you start those jobs, when they tender out the job, when you win before you do the tender, when they send specs to you, you go through it, you tender it. When you get the award, you the job, you go through the job and you find all the hazards, all the dangers, and you start planning your safety measures. And when you do your GSA, you hand it up, you find all the hazards and all the corrective measures to doing your job. And you're sending your document to the company. The company had to review it, everything, step by step. And if they find something and looking fishy, they tell you do it over. And if they had to do it
tell us what's the acronym meaning of GSA? For those who don't know.
Job safety analyst.
Okay, great.
Right?
Go ahead.
And when you get the job now, and as I tell you, you find all the unsafe practice, all the dangers on the job, you have to identify all your rescue equipment, everything you have to do. You have to put every single thing in place for rescue. You don't wait until an accident happens. That job is a high-risk job. You're working inside a pipe. If you're working outside on the ground, you know you could take a little time to help people. But that is a high-risk job, 100% high risk. So you have to have everything in place. If you identify shock hazard, you have to have something to rescue the man. Fire hazard, suffocation, drowning, whatever, you have to have every single thing in place. You don't wait until a man gets damaged and then look in to put a plan in place to rescue the men. And the company has, I don't know if the company had their divers standby, They're supposed to have a safety manager visiting them, a safety supervisor, and they're supposed to have a safety man 24/0 while the job is going on. In some places, they had to have 2 safety men because one safety man cannot stand up by that hole for 8 hours. He had to drink water, he had to eat, he had to go to the toilet, whatever. So if you had 2 people, they could rotate themselves. And as I was telling you, I started to visit Petrotrin compound in Texaco days. I used to work with Gopi Singh. And them compressors and things where they pushing and whatever, when they break down, we used to go with portable compressors. So we used to have access to the control room. If they're working on a pipe, and that pipe have a valve, if it's a valve control with electrical on the breaker, you had to get 2 supervisors to lock and lock that and put a tag on it. Danger, do not operate. And if it's a manual valve to turn off, 2 supervisor, 2 chain, 2 lock. So no one person can open that. I hear them fellas talking about something sucking the men and them, sucking the men and them. That is stupidness. On if that pipe had 2 valves on both ends, they're supposed to put something they call a flange, a blank, something like a baking stone for who don't know. Open the bolt on them, slip it down inside there, and tighten it back. So in case as somebody want to sabotage somebody and go and break open the lock or whatever and open that valve, nothing can go in that pipe. So with them fellas trying to talk about making up all kind of excuse now that this happened and that happened. All they're trying to do is to put blame on the contractor and on the workers. But the company have the last say whether your paperwork that you do, we satisfy with it or not, or continue doing one since as you is the winner the tender until you satisfy we. And they can, as I say again, they cannot wait. They're supposed to have a company diverse with them people in that pipe supervising them, to make sure they do the thing correct way and they do everything correct way. They can't just send the men in there just so with no supervision. That is madness. And then talking about we can't send nobody there, we can't risk nobody's life. 4 men inside there already. 4 men. You have to do something as quick as possible to get at these men and them. And all who's supposed to go to jail for life, you see that Coast Guard man who threatened Christopher, he's supposed to go with them. Because the Coast Guard and all supposed to have divers in a situation like that to assist people. And nothing like that didn't happen. Nothing. You telling me, man, and then I hear one of them say that they didn't get informed in time. That means to say they had no company personnel on the job to inform them, hey, look, we have a incident here. We have a mishap. And that was going on. But everybody want to look good now. They want to stammer and stutter and all kind of things. They don't want to answer question. But as I tell you, Ramada going down the right road. And one of the commissioner asked the guy, if your father was in the pipe, what should I do? And he can't answer. So this is the things that's happening in this country now. Nobody cares for the poor man. Nobody. So this is what I tell you, if you could get on to talk to Ramada, and we could have a little meeting that I could highlight him in, as I say, he's a lawyer, he maybe don't have the experience on the construction site, we could talk to him. So
yes, Mr. Freeport, thank you very much. Of course, we get the gist, and I'll try my best to get to Ramada as promised. But of course, the elephant in the atmosphere, people, quickly before we go to the next call, is that the unions have been complaining that these companies, both Paria and Heritage, were shortcutting in terms of not bringing in or paying for quality personnel, etc., and cutting corners in order to make a profit and to look good. I recall very distinctly one of the trade union entities, I think is OWTU, indicating that. And of course, it's one of the instances where they have shortchanged and they didn't do what was required, spend the appropriate resources in order to make sure, because that seemed to what the concern of the last caller is all about, and he seemed to be a very experienced person. So that is something we can look at as well, and therefore in such circumstance, in my view, the company, Paria, and of course Heritage, if both of them are supposed to be responsible for making sure that the environment is safe, and they provide the necessary personnel and invest in the safety apparatus out of an abundance of caution, to ensure that what occurred there ought not to have occurred. What's your view? Let's open up the lines. I thought I should make that intervention as the elephant in the atmosphere, based on the last caller's experience.
So true. Oh boy. And Mr. Freeport, very good. As I say, God is working in mysterious ways, Lennox Smith. God know if I go and meet Mr. Freeport, and he had to explain me all of that way he not explained it, and I had to come back now to explain the people of Trinidad and Tobago all of that way he not explained to me. It will be diluted. It will not come across the way it come across there, that I and all learn a lot from what he explained there. So God said that Mr. Freeport himself was to organize and explain that as the man that have that experience. And man, you made Almighty God proud this morning. Yes. So now let's open the lines.
Yes.
Lennox, right?
Yes. Well said.
Lennox, all right, your partner. Leave me alone. Nice.
Yeah, I know. You hit me a Paria and a Heritage. You sell yourself short. But go ahead.
Oh boy. All I'm gonna do before we open the lines again is just to say good morning to all the maxi taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers. Good morning to you, all the panel vans and all sort of transportation that lock on to the ground report every Monday to Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. And don't forget, I always have to give you all the message, because right now I know they're looking out for it. If anybody in all your maxi, and all your taxi, and all your PH van, and all your panel van, all they getting them a drop, and you see the ones who all getting the drop, them was yet. Come in all your vehicle and telling all your drive. Not this morning, you know. Change that deck. I don't want to hear them fellas and them, you know. Drive. Put them out. Put them out of your maxi. Put them out. Put them out of your taxi. Put them out. Put them out of your PH vehicle. Put them out. And the ones who gain a drop and so disrespectful and not understanding the reason why you just put on this program in your maxis and your taxis to teach them, so them will be able to make informed decisions, because them will understand diesel and gas race on you, like them will understand that. Them will understand the bad roads that you all face with all the tires you all busting now. Yeah, the potholes you all are hitting, all your trucks going and all them kind of bacchanal stupidness. Them passengers who telling you change your deck, them will understand that at all. Them will understand that when you go to the hospital you have to wait at least 10 to 16 hours before somebody can get attended to. Do they understand? Because they maybe don't have a grandmother or a parent that have cataract, and 2 years, 3 years the people still blind, because in Trinidad and Tobago, with all that money we spending, we don't care enough that these people could have seen long time. And what more hurtful about that is when the 3 years reach and they go back, they cancel anything till next year. So people that don't bound to be blind have to continue to be blind until people make up their mind to do the right thing. Come on, man. And that's what I'm telling you is rainy season drivers. Anybody coming all your vehicles and telling all your change, all your dial from the Pitbull and Radio 104.7 ground report, put them out in the, oh God, I want rain to be falling. Put them out immediately in the rain. And right now, yes, drive. You watching them in your mirror, them watching you right now. You smiling. The one who wanted to come and tell you that day about your deck change, your deck, them don't want to hear that. We? Them right now, they smile because they realize you go put them out. Because why dress say makes sense. If anything I say there, I lie about. Well then, boy, you don't need to just tell them come out your maxi, you know. Oh God, boy, while you're driving, push them out.
Stand your ground. Push back.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Yes! And Lennox Smith was talking. And we're talking about the divers. We're talking about Petrotrin. We're talking about the whole mess of Train 1. Where they organize and spend what show way $200 and something million. Now we talking methanol madness. This man is a mad fella. Rowley gone mad. I tell you, when you're piping and you're politically piping, pipers things. When you pipe for too long, what goes on? And again, and let me explain, because they're watching the license piping. We all know in a community to have a person called a piper. The piper is a person, is a human being that we all care about, or however it go. And they know it's normal. They had their job, they had their family, they had their roof on their house, they had their windows, they had their doors, they had their gas tank, they had their families, they're gone. They had all of that until they have no galvanized covering them from the rain, till they have no electricity in the house because they have no money to be able to buy no money to pay for it. And then on top of that, the electricity things that remain in the house, whether it be the plug, the plugs or the switches, the light switches and all those different things, and then we get a piece of black wire that and all gone. Them piper them just pipe out everything, sprang out everything. And Dr. Rowley, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, I'm moving like he's a piper, a political piper. I'm not saying that gentleman at all in any way is smoking cocaine or indulge in any kind of substance put in his nose or any kind like that. I ain't saying that at all. I just give a breakdown. Because I cannot afford for them to take Robert Tamal's license from him. Because taking Robert Tamal's license is taking my voice. And if you interfere with my voice, well, then it's a different ball game now. Because it's Trinidad and Tobago, I had to hear the Pitbull, you know. Oh, yeah. Only had to hear me. I go find a way, you know. So let me go down the road and make sure we dot we I's and cross we T's, and not dot we T's and cross we I's, as the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago have mentioned. We on Petrotrin. Trinidad and Tobago, I want you all to listen to this, please. It is 5 minutes. It's a very important message. Lennox Smith just show you the people that there was the soul. The Prime Minister again selling we are pie in the sky with this methanol thing. Oh God, we don't have no gas to help that company partner. How we faith go be based on that boy, ball head boy. Oh God, boy. Remember, so we're going back to the P and pie in the sky and the trickery. Petrotrin, they say, costing we money. Petrotrin this, and they have to close it down. That's because they can't pump no money in Petrotrin again. That is what they tell we, the stupid people of Trinidad and Tobago. That is what they tell us, and that's why he know we stupid. Yes.
The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. And I have to listen to that foolishness.
Yes, Dr. Rowley, you have to listen to this foolishness. Because hear what? This foolishness is not foolishness. You talking bread and butter, you talking family lives and everything that are going down the drain, and all you moving blind to the extent that like all you ain't seen what going on. So Trinidad and Tobago, after I play this clip to you, you have the opportunity now to judge if again this lying tax and thief and government called the Rowley-led PNM is being honest with you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, because this clip gonna prove to you that there was dishonest to we the people of Trinidad and Tobago when it coming to Petrotrin, when it coming to its closure. For God's sake, Rowley, how are you gonna do with that? You can't do with that.
The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. And I have to listen to that foolishness.
Yes, you have to listen to that foolishness, Dr. Rowley. So now listen to it. Director Cuff, play it.
Hi, my name is Gary Aboud. I am the Corporate Secretary of Fishermen and Friends of the Sea, Trinidad and Tobago.
And you need while that fixing, while you now get it right there. All you listen, the government told us, the Rowley lying tax and thief and government told we Petrotrin had to close down because it was causing problem. The government has put out too much money and all those different things. After years now with everything come out in the open, whereby Petrotrin was never costing this country any money. For a matter of fact, Petrotrin, including the refinery, was the #1 foreign exchange earner. That is why today Embed could only give all the rich people US dollars, and if we go to the bank we can instead get $50 US. Understand what's going on? And now let me put that lie of the PNM to rest once and for all. The lie of Rowley and his tax and lying thief and wicked blight government. Put it to rest, Director Cuff. Gary Aboud, talk, my brother. Talk to the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
My name is Gary Aboud. I am the Corporate Secretary of Fishermen and Friends of the Sea, Trinidad and Tobago. We went under the Freedom of Information to the Ministry of Energy and we got the exact data. For 4 years, Petrotrin did not rely on government subventions. So 2016, 17, 18, Petrotrin were not given 1 penny from central government. But yet the Prime Minister and members of his cabinet kept speaking about Petrotrin like that they were going to sink the national economy, saying that if they were kept going, they would lose $2 billion a year.
The government is not closing down Petrotrin. And in case you were just opening your fridge and you didn't hear that when you closed the door, let me repeat it. The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
Dr. Rowley said the single payment of a US $850 million bond, which matures in August 2019, plus the $700 million that the company is due to repay shortly after, was the basis on which he knew decisive action on Petrotrin's future could no longer be put off.
In short, the Petrotrin fix was always seen to be bad for politics and even one's political survival. But we have arrived at a place now where its ongoing failure threatens the national survival. The refining assets of Petrotrin can now be put in a separate company for opportunity attention. The OWTU will be given the first option to own and operate it if they wish.
So when people talk about Petrotrin bringing in US dollars, that is a completely false narrative. It was not a net earner of foreign exchange. It was draining the country's reserves.
But then, if that were true and Dr. Rowley's statements were genuine, then why is there no evidence of any subvention to keep the company afloat in 2016, 17, and 18? And when they were paid in 2019, $1.2 billion from the Ministry of Finance, that was specifically to pay severance. So, are we being run by a government with integrity? Is the public interest being served by officers duly elected who are concerned about the welfare of the least privileged, or are they ambitiously seeking to become the most privileged? These are serious questions, and for those of you who listen to our presentation, I beg you to answer in your heart and in your conscience. When you go to the hospital and see sick people waiting 10 hours, how do you feel? When you go to take a bus and the bus doesn't come, how do you feel? When you drive on the road and you break your axle because the road isn't repaired, when you see WASA paying $1.5 million a day for salt water, desalinated water, and you see so much leaks, how do you feel? When you see a Prime Minister passing legislation that himself and the President should be paid their full salary for the duration of their lives as pension, but everybody else gets less, how do you feel? When you are lied to and have to pay triple for the price of oil and gas, when we had a company that could have produced and exported and kept our economy on a robust and vibrant status, how do you feel? When you see a private company that is secret, that no one knows who the owners are, making $400 and $500 million a year, selling oil and gas to ships, profits that should have been going to the national treasury, how do you feel? When the application for that company was made 6 months before Petrotrin closed, when the applicants, Dr. Rowley's close friend, would not have known or should not have known of the planned closure of Petrotrin. When you are lied to and told that Petrotrin is sinking the economy, when for 3 consecutive years not a penny was paid in subventions, how do you feel? Well, for me, I feel like everybody's going to want to give me licks because they're going to say I should keep quiet, don't interfere with the bigwigs, they will kill me, they will shoot me. But I feel sad when I see children fighting that don't have proper education, when I see people suffering, pensioners, when I see the Blind Welfare Association underfunded, PAVI, I don't feel good, I don't feel proud, I don't feel patriotic. And I call on you to say something, speak about this video, share this video. Thank you for listening.
The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. And I have to listen to that foolishness.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So everything Almighty God has just put everything in place the way it's supposed to be put in place. Look at what's going on with Petrotrin. Look what's going on with the divers. Look how this whole thing is just a madness. I be feeling for them divers and them who dead, like if them commit a crime, the way this whole thing going down, boy. I feeling like them fellas and them commit a crime. But at the end of the day, I still say, even if we didn't have professionals in Trinidad and Tobago, they had enough time to call outside for outside help. Well, be America, because if them fellas and them live for 36 hours, it had enough time. When I see history of Uruguay and various countries that had natural disasters where people stick in hole for days and people put their all, and watching this now and then listening to Gary Aboud saying that the government of Trinidad and Tobago, with the facts he came with, lied to us. They lie to us and state that Petrotrin is a burden on the treasury. That is bad for Trinidad and Tobago. But yet still, since the closure of Petrotrin, it's the worst we have ever seen. Not knowing the truth was Petrotrin was our #1 foreign exchange earner. Many of you who going away, that kind of get $50. Oh God, boy. They can't get it. We can't get it. We US. Colin and them only gain the special people US. Companies that supposed to be making their own US gain we US. And yet still the agriculture sector in a mess. Yet still gas going up on the fishers of the sea, and the people that had to fish had to be paying all that cost for fuel. Sometimes they go out there, they catch a fish, sometimes not. And yet still when they go out there, they bounce in a pirates that will organize, take their engines, take their nets, and then throw them overboard. That's the truth. This is Trinidad and Tobago, people. And yes, I will continue over and over and over and over and over. Although people say that we like it so, but I will say it have a minority of people, if it's not the majority, don't like it so, and at least want to come out with a little patriotism or make history and leaving a proper stable country for their children, their grandchildren, the less fortunate. Oh God, we could be a Singapore, you know. But do we want that? So Mr. Aboud, a pleasant good morning to you. You went through all that heartache. Turn down the volume a little bit. Again I echo. Cough. Check it out.
Yeah.
You hear we singing?
Yeah, but maybe we don't have enough emotion in the country. People don't feel enough. But I feel when you talk and
you're in front of radio or something?
No, I'm driving. I'm alone. I'm back at work. Kick you off. I have to hear me better now.
All right, here it is. Let me call you back. I'm calling you back immediately to see if it's the lines. Oh, is the lines? Wait, hold on. Cough, go and do something. Go ahead. Fix it now.
Yeah, is it better now?
Nice, plenty better, because the message you have to send with your patriotic self, whereby I know, you know, plenty of people within your community, they go vex with you, they go pelson, they go say, well, why this fella getting involved in that? Leave them people alone. And I know you as a man not done that. You get banned from weddings. Well, some of them doesn't want to come the wedding, the this, the that, because again, use Gary Aboud. And they will expect that you're supposed to stand in wherever corner. But so far, since I know you, partner, you have been standing in the corner of Trinidad and Tobago. And keep up the good job, partner. Keep up the good job. Now, let the people know what it is you went through in order for you to be able to bring this, which is evidence that Petrotrin was never a burden on the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, God, and now look how we feeling it because of that closure. Go ahead, Mr. Aboud.
Andy, I grew up at a time when I did not defend any community but the red, white, and black. So I just have to make that clear that when I talk about people who ostracize me and want to talk down and shoot me, I'm not talking about Syrian Lebanese people at all. My community is Trinidad and Tobago. That is it completely. In fact, I have had the greatest compliments and supports and shares, even from that minority, many of whom stop me on the road who I don't know and congratulate me and say they wish more people would be like me. So that's something we have to close our eyes to. The community is Trinidad and Tobago. I've had big business people of all ethnicities say that I'm bringing shame to my family. But my father supported me and encouraged me. He didn't understand, but he encouraged me. And that is part of the problem that we're having, is we're looking at each other as though each of us are foreigners in our own land. I am third generation here. I have nowhere to go, and none of us have nowhere to go. And yet we're still talking about Mother India and Mother Africa as if that is a place that could accept us. We cannot fit in there. This is it. So when you see what happening to the Petrotrin people, some people want to make an issue of it because they want to make one race or another, but it's just a total disaster. Everything, Andy, everything is collapsing. We have never faced... Look, one of my girls, I just employed her about a month or two ago. Police came to pick her up yesterday because her brother is the one that was beheaded. We in a state, it is too close to us. It is not anything that... What is happening, this collapse, is right inside underneath our fingernails. And people just don't understand. The Petrotrin disaster is because of secrecy with Rowley. He has a few people right at the top, and they share all the information and all the benefits of state contracts and awards. I don't like to say it, but I have to say it. They put a highway on the southern side of the Aripo Savannas. It starts 900 meters from Kumuto Junction. You ever went Kumuto, and the two vehicles cannot pass on the Kumuto main road. One has to slow down and step aside on the dirt because the road's so small to Kumuto. But they put a 6-lane highway, 6 lanes. Spent $500 million from Kumuto to 1,500 meters from the Guayco Junction. Guayco. You ever went Guayco? Guayco is the road where take you from Valencia to Sandy Grande. It's a small community, and they bring out this massive highway in Guayco. But for what reason? And now that road, grass growing at $500 million. And yesterday somebody sent me a message asking me to have sympathy and help on a Newsday article about a woman with 5 children. She don't even have the money to register the births of the children, and the husband leave her. We have suffering in our country, and nobody is listening. People like they lost their feeling, and we lost our soul. I don't know what to say. When I listen to my own video, that video was done 2 months ago, and Stephen Reese contacted me and asked me if I just put it out. Like, he now gets it. 2 months ago I did it. Nobody went on the FFOS Facebook page. We put it out. Maybe about 1,000 people watch it. They didn't even share it. Maybe they think they're more interested in butterfly and monkey. We're not interested. We're interested in people. FFOS is a group about people.
Talk. You're hurting me, boy. You're telling me the truth, and the truth must hurt. Go ahead, Mr. Aboud.
Stephen Reese asked me if he could run it on his show. I told him, of course, it's public. So it started to circulate again. All kind of people contacting me. But Petrotrin should not have happened the way it happened. I'm not saying that the country did not have long-term debt. There was long-term debt that they spoke about, some 800 million US, etc. But where's the accountability? Where did they spend that money? Who are the culprits who decided to borrow it? Who was in charge of receiving it and dispersing it? Was it party cronies who now living in Miami in penthouse mansions, spend all the people money and run away? Are they living here in Trinidad? Who are they? What's the secrecy? If somebody screws us, let us know who did it. They should not walk with their heads proud. I'm not saying that Petrotrin is not a national disaster. I'm saying, Andy, and many people will hold it against me, but I'm saying that leaders of business understand business. If you have a medical problem, you call the best doctors. If you have an engineering problem, you call the best engineers. If you have a business management problem, business management requires the best proven managers. And who are they? Who are they? They are not civil servants who are people. I mean, I hate to say it. I'm not saying that you have to rely on one ethnicity or another, but look at the people who have proven themselves. If you want to open the best radio station, call the most successful radio operators, broadcasters, live host shows, people like yourself, people who have followers, and put together the best. If you want to save a building, get the best builders. So if you have Petrotrin, and you're like Pandey appointed a pig farmer to the board of Petrotrin. Now, I'm not saying if you want to set up a pig farm, appoint a pig farmer.
Yes, if you want to set up a big farm, oh God, you're hurting me with your words, you know, but that is the words we have to hear. Go ahead, Mr. Aboud.
I need a locking out business people. I have a business. I employ 200 people. Nobody knows what it takes. It's not easy. They have people in Trinidad who have business. Kusal have business employing 2,600 people. Bahadur Singh is a builder. He employed 2,200 people. These people understand management. I have a fellow, I know, I have relatives. They own companies, big successful companies, and people who are smart, are well paid and well managed to manage other people in a line of management. It's called line management. So it gets all the way down to the janitor. And it's an art. People take business for granted. Business is a science of understanding, of humanity, of love, of sharing. It can't just be that you appoint a crony to say, this man is my partner. I go put him on the board of Petrotrin. And then you close it down and make the whole country suffer. And lie to us. And don't give us the truth. And expect us to believe in you? Nah, man. Xiao-Tiong, you have to do better than that. Those fellas, Xiao-Tiong is a lawyer. If you want an attorney general, get a best lawyer. But Xiao-Tiong is not a corporate manager. He's managing 6,000 people in the energy sector. What you doing there, Stuart? I'm not against Stuart. I know his dad. I know the family. I'm not against them. They're taking it personal. But if you want to construct a skyscraper, get the best engineer. But you're going to bring a plumber to say you want to construct a skyscraper? And people get angry and they say, but Gary, you step on Stuart's toes. But Stuart's stepping on my toes.
Yes, Mr. Aboud, he's stepping on your toes. Go ahead, let the people talk to the people. You're touching me, you're touching me this morning. Go ahead, you're talking the truth.
Yeah, Andy. To be honest, you make me cry this morning. It's emotional. My brother tells me I'm too emotional. I need not to be so emotional, but I think we're not emotional enough. People need to feel it. I tell you, the woman yesterday in the Newsday, the article in the Newsday, she don't have the money to travel to register the births of 5 children, and the husband of 3 children left her and gone. She have rent $500 a month to pay, the roof leaking, and she getting wet inside the little board house she rented. Where's the social services? They say they can't give her any social services because she's not registered. The children not registered. So is the system working for the least fortunate? And this woman is the least fortunate. And there are thousands. So what is the benefit of our success when we have education? We have a university burning down in the night. We have all this, this prestige of being an oil-producing country when our poor are suffering. I don't know, boy, Andy. People will listen to the program and switch off and go to work like normal. I don't think we need a new government. I think we need a new soul. We need a new consciousness. It's real sad. It's real sad. And I thank you for listening to what I have to say, but I don't know. We don't need new governments. We need a new people. Because the next government is going to do us the same thing because the people allow them. Look at what the PNM did us with the procurement law. They destroyed the ability of the people to protect the treasury from the hoodlums in parliament.
Yeah, but remember they was telling the people that the procurement law and the laws we had there would protect the treasury, and look, I seen like everything just disappearing before my eye. I seen like Wasa go sell just now. I seen like TNT go. I seen like all we university graduates and them, it can't no way for it to go other than migrate after we educate them to somebody other country to build it. But it hurts, and when some people say, well, sometimes I know this cry, boy. tears just come to my, I just feel it in my soul when I'm watching them thing, boy. And you just have to continue pushing. You just have to continue fighting, boy. You just, I don't know. I know like you know, studying. Oh God.
The entire PNM cabinet should have resigned against Rowley and his Attorney General for amending the procurement law. If they had integrity, every man jack in the party should have resigned. Everyone. Every follower should have burned their card. The procurement was not about the UNC or the PNM. It was about stopping the thieving in by the cabinet people, cabinet members, inflating contracts. They couldn't pay $400 million to build a highway in the forest and leave it to rot. The highway is rotting in the Aripo savannas. There's weeds growing up in the highway. There's no cars.
Highway to nowhere, yeah.
A highway to nowhere. Now the Kumuto people say, what you mean nowhere to nowhere? Well, Kumuto have 2,200 people. But you put in a 6-lane highway from Kumuto to Guayco 4. And then the PNM come and say, we put in a port in Toko. A port for what in Toko? It need a ferry terminal to connect it to Tobago. But we don't need more. Who's going to drive a vehicle for 2 hours to Toko to put goods on a port when you could just come into Port of Spain? What about Point Lisa? Plenty capacity. The logic of it, who is planning? Who are the business people in government planning? Stuart Young, he understands business. Al-Rory, he understands the building.
Mr. Adubu, have you been able to find the Galicia? Not the Galicia, sorry, the boat that was purchased for that port facility in Toko. The Galleon Passage, sorry, the Galleon Passage. Have you been able to find it? It was purchased. It is somewhere.
The Galleon Passage is what they're making us relive. If you know what the Galleon Passage is, that is what they're putting us through now. Wasting the people's money and having poor people suffering. So 95% people could eat, but 5% hungry, and nobody looking at them. Living Waters feeding the poor by the thousands. Nobody looking at them. Government not even going to them and saying, hey, listen, where are you finding all these people hungry from? There's so much people that are suffering, and there's no humanity left in our society. Everybody only studying themselves, Andy. There's no
and gentlemen, our research show, Mr. Abud, and I want you to comment on it, where in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, the Minister of Finance, and therefore representing the voice of the government and the position, was high in praise for the procurement legislation, and of course espouse all of the attributes and the benefits. Corruption will be at an end, the distribution or disbursement of public assets, as well as, of course, the acquisition of contracts and or assets will now be a very transparent thing. But all that 4 years before, and then at the end of the day, we got anticlimax with respect to that bill, and then we are hearing that over 200 times through of course freedom of information that government ministers have of course recused themselves that time with respect of course to matters relating to issues close to them, whether it's family, whether of course is acquaintances, through a process that is now called very popularly nepotism and cronyism. I would love to hear your comments on that as well.
My first comment is that it's more frightening that Kamala has not made procurement her frontline platform agenda. Why hasn't she come out and stated how she's going to bring it back, and how powerful she's going to bring it back, and how quickly she's going to bring it back within the first year of office? That is frightening, because everybody gets into Parliament to get rich. That is the bottom line. A lot of people will vex with me on the yellow side, but I've seen it so many times that people that get in there and they leave and they buy hotel. People who, listen, it have a lot of wrongdoing at every level, and the procurement was the only last savior It was worked on. Kamala, God bless her. She's the one that started it. She started it, and when she brought up the parliament, the PNM walked out.
But if you don't mind, before of course you contribute, because I understand where you are going, but isn't it a bit disingenuous? Because I mean, here it is. She did in fact put the mechanism in place. The PNM in opposition was on board. They said that they were supporting it, and for the first, as I said, 3 to 4 years, as I mentioned earlier, it was an agenda item for every successive budget of this administration by the current minister. And to have an anticlimax, I mean, while I understand your position in terms of should be saying something about it, but I think the evidence is clear that they were prepared, of course, to do it.
And I also want to just join by saying too that they have been saying, I don't know if you have got to hear it. It's not about, again, I'm about the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm not no member, NATEC for nobody. And if anybody playing the food, whether UNC, Kamala, all of them have to go the way. So let me talk straight. But I honestly, you see, it could be disingenuous of me if I say that I heard them make the procurement legislation, and issue said that they will give back its full, they will give it back its teeth, and they were and are well, not campaigning maybe the way maybe you want it, want to see the campaign, but they have been throwing out the procurement legislation a lot until I had interviews.
That in concert with, of course, they intend to reverse the property tax as well.
Yes. So, but remember too, it's a PNM. To me, it's a government-friendly media. All over the place. We not friendly to nobody at all. I'm not friendly to nobody for a fact. I'm friendly to the people of Trinidad and Tobago and what is writing and playing the right role as the fourth pillar of democracy, which is the media. Compared to the rest of them that not want to play the role that they need to play in order for the country to run the way it's supposed to. But the media not even said bring in those things and those various issues that way you mentioned about there, Mr. Aboud, to the front line, because I just hear them saying it and about the procurement, and within timing, one of the first thing on the agenda is to deal with the procurement legislation, and I hear them, but we all wouldn't hear them because again, the media is PNM, well, not also PNM friendly. Let me see, the media is government friendly.
Andy, I love reggae. He who feels it knows it. These are bellyful arguments. I accept what you're saying, that they have mentioned it, but those are mentioned on lip service of those who are fed. What about the 50,000 people who are hungry this morning, who's scrambling to look to buy a bread to feed their family? Those are the people who are desperate, and that is why I'm desperate to see action. I'm desperate to see upheaval. Yesterday, the parliament in Brazil was stormed. It was stormed by civilians, farmers, because the Brazilian parliament passed a regulation to tax farmers on food, on the food production, and the farmers can't take more tax. So they stormed the parliament. Why are we not doing something here? Why you have something like procurement and you have a treasury that's bleeding? And we know the bacchanal that went on from John O'Halloran days with Eric Williams straight up to now. We know that we're getting pennies in royalties for oil and gas. Pennies. And every oil and gas royalty is negotiated behind closed doors. Why must we get pennies? And Alaska and Timor-Leste and Malaysia, we're getting 10 to 100 times more royalties for the same mineral extracted. We are left in the blind, and there are people who are suffering. At the top, there are people who have a few good jobs, there are people who have a few good businesses, but the mass of our people are taking a step down. There's global inflation. The government has not managed the economy in a position where the country has reserves. We're facing potential devaluation. The global inflation is impacting our poorest big time, and we have no solution. Nobody's talking about it. And the solution is to stop the thieving, not to stop it and talk about it once on a platform and twice on a platform. is to take a sense of urgency that now is the time. Today, why Kamala can't come today and say, I'm calling a 10,000 man march. Let us block the city. Let us go to town. This is something serious happening. I will go with her. Others like you will go with her. There needs to be action. It's not lip service and it's not bellyful arguments. He who feels it knows it. There's a sense of urgency for those who are left out. And those of us who are fed and who control all kinds of leadership roles, including media roles, are not really considering the 10% of the population. That's 150,000 people hurting. Minimum wage workers hurting. Who is looking out for them? Who is addressing their inflation? Business is down. The national economy is shaking. What do we have in place when it shakes like it's shaking now? Every sector in Trinidad and Tobago is feeling a pinch of this global inflation. There's no industry that is performing at the level as it did 12 months ago. Everybody hurted. What is there in place to help the poor? The procurement legislation. Stop the thieving. That is all I have.
Thanks so much, Mr. Gary Aboud. Oh boy. And we will organize, put it up on ground on Real Media TT. Share that video. Let's hope and pray, because I understand the urgency, because that the urgency and all. I am thinking where I saying we can't take this no more, not for a year, 2 years, 3 years again. It's either we organize and do now, because what we don't want to do now, we still have to face a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Don't matter what, we still have to face it, you know. But when we have to face it, it could be worse. It could be worse.
Worse. Worse.
I feel your pain a little bit again. The people of Trinidad and Tobago feels it.
Thank you.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
so much again. Whether you like it or not, I will say, for a man with your stature, use at the end of the day, use Gary Aboud and use an Aboud. Your name reflects wealth and decision makers of this country, because we also know the Doma Aboud, powerful people. But I will be straightforward. You are one of the wealthies or the high up there that have influence, that actually disorganize. Look, you get locked up with pushback movement. When the lock we watch out, you're always out there fighting for people, boy. When you as a man don't have to, and Trinidad and Tobago will always appreciate you, the people that's serious. I want my name to be like you, to go down in history after I leave. And the fight and the position I take, especially if Trinidad and Tobago turn around the way you talking there, I don't mind being registered as a good person that while alive fight for country with everything, than to go out there as somebody that say nothing. I applaud you. I applaud you.
Yeah. Clearly, he has become frustrated with the system itself.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm calling for persons to be upright, forthright, honest, and nationalistic and patriotic. And unfortunately, as he says, across the board, that seemed to be a factor that is lacking. But I don't want it to be lost to anybody at all that it was a government.
It was a government
other than that had initiated the actual legislation for procurement, as well as dismissed totally the whole question of property tax that is being bandied about today, an additional tax to frustrate the people. I wanted to also be said that in opposition, the PNM was totally in support of procurement legislation, and whilst in government for the first 4 years or so before they were forced to face the reality of the procurement. Remember, the procurement legislation was brought and to the forefront after the opposition had threatened not to support, I think, is either the bail bill or the anti-gang bill, one that had a sunset and so they were forced to be a frontline issue. And what transpired after was a total, of course, disrespect and an anticlimax to what was expected, because Imbert was saying that was the panacea to solve corruption and nepotism and cronyism and all of the laudations that the act was supposed to be. And then, of course, we found that they were in support, in fact, of eviscerating, I think, was Section 7 of the act, where the government is not held accountable or brought into the ambit of the procurement.
Wow. Well, again,
there's a tremendous divide between the procurement regulator and, of course, the government, and in specific areas such as loans and, of course, even acquired medical facilities and equipment and so on. And that, to me, is a betrayal. And then you have the situation now where the government, and Dr. Rowley in particular, was averse. He was strident under Manning, of course, that not one of his constituents could afford an additional $100 in respect of property tax. Let me repeat that. It is in the Hansard of this country. Dr. Rowley was vehemently opposed to property tax, saying that not one of his constituencies or constituents could afford an additional $100. Those were his words. And of course, he was saying that at a time when oil prices was high. In fact, the year before, Trinidad and Tobago made the most amount of money ever in terms of the oil, gas, and petrochemical industry. And he was saying that at a time now, after COVID and after the destruction of the economy and after the deterioration, now proposing but pursuing vehemently, similarly, but the implementation of it, telling us, insulting us, and telling us that, of course, again will, of course, go was the augmenting of local government. Why he was
wow, you start to break up, boy, Lennox.
Under the PNM. Sorry.
Yeah, you start to break up.
Now?
Yeah. But the Tobago model under the PNM. You said the Tobago model.
The Tobago model under the under a PNM there for accountability and transparency, and yet still the Auditor General has had to caution and to cajole and to threaten that that particular entity did not, of course, submit their accounts for scrutiny of the titular national and legal chief accounting person for the country. Talking about the accountant general, and of course since 2005 at the time. So we know that Dr. Rowley is a total hypocrite. We know that he's a narcissist. We know that he's an insulter and a person who, of course, whilst he was a corruption buster under Manning, he is a promoter. And we must face that as a fact.
He's a corruption promoter under this government.
Yeah.
You started to break up a little bit.
I agree with Abud that the people must, of course, coalesce and recognize what is happening. And took this.
Nice. Wait, we agree with Mr. Abud. You're breaking up, bad boy. Mr. Abud, thanks so much.
And you could make a closing.
Yes, you make a closing comment, man. You go ahead, Mr. Abud.
As the good gentleman mentioned, the Auditor General, in the Auditor General report of 2015, 16, 17, and 18, there's an annual report. The Auditor General complains that he cannot verify if the royalties, and I am adding the pittances of royalties, but he cannot verify if the royalties that we are being paid by the extractive sector are accurate, because there's no independent third-party oversight as to how much.
So right now, oil pumping out of we ground and thing, and we really don't know how much, and that means that anybody who pumping is wherever they feel to get it, they can get it. Because if we don't have an independent oversight.
I didn't say that.
Those are the copies.
After 4 years of saying that, he was retired, and the new Auditor General hasn't said anything. Why do you think he was prematurely retired? Was the new Auditor General briefed specifically that she would get the post if she says nothing? Why haven't the media picked up on it and questioned and dug into it? I'm telling you that the extractive sector, these big oil companies, they come in here and they have it cushy because nobody's checking them. So if they extract 1 million barrels, they could tell us they extract 200,000. There's no third-party oversight.
Wait, boy! That bad. What are you saying that is bad, no, Mr. Aboud?
Yes. These are serious things that should be addressed in Parliament. These are the kinds of things. How can an Auditor General for 4 years, year after year after year? Where are the business associations? Where are they? Everybody, the Energy Chamber, why are they silent on a matter like this? Everybody cooking something on their own stove and nobody is defending the public interest. And this is the lifeblood of this economy, is the oil and gas. So if you're giving it away...
No, but that's why I tell it this way, you know, say hurting, because here it is. If it have no independent person to be able to be there, to be able to report to the government that, hey, these people pump out 200 million barrel of oil, they pump that. At least for them now, they could always say because have nobody there. Come like you leave your house open, go on and expect thief, not a thief.
Same with the quarries. The quarries, all the checkers of the quarries were sent home by this Bechan lady when she was the minister. They sent home everybody.
So we not getting no royalties and the quarries and them in this country?
The quarry owners tell us what they took out.
And they have nobody to say, well, the quarry man lie, the corner lie. He ready take out 10 wheeler and oh good, look at this. But what kind of business we running?
For the pittance that they owe us, they owe us $135 million in royalties. They don't even pay the pittance. But you know what the Quarry Association did though? They made Fitzgerald Hines a lifetime member. It's a conflict of interest. When he was Minister of Works, he's supposed to be policing them, but they make him a lifetime member. And he went and shake hands and go on stage and get a trophy. That's Fitzgerald Ethelbert Hines. If it was me, I would have forced him to resign. How he could accept? He's supposed to be monitoring the Quarry Association and making sure that they pay the country and the people what they're supposed to. But he become a lifetime member.
Oh God, only Trinidad and Tobago, boy. I wonder if people understand, Mr. Aboud, will you now tell them they again, boy? Where there was two very important entities whereby we supposed to be getting royalties, so we don't supposed to have all this suffering. You mentioned that all the oil and gas, or things that coming out of the earth, which is within the energy sector, we have no checks and balances there, and it is up to the people to say, hey, I only take 1 barrel of oil.
Yes.
Not knowing they take 20 barrels?
Yes. That is how come when they went abroad, both Kamala went with a team and Rowley went, and they came back and they boasted how they collect an extra $100 million US. They collecting an extra $100 million, not in charity. No foreign oil company is going to give $100 million US just so. That is money that is a pittance of what they owe. So they went and they tell them, I believe they went and they told them, watch now fellow, only get away with murder, you know. We kind of broke, we need $100 million. And so they get $100 million and they come back boasting how because they went and collect. They didn't negotiate, they got what is owed to us. They got a penny of what is owed to us. People not following the story on the inside, and there are no questions being asked in Parliament that are pointed enough. I'm not saying that I want a position. I'm not saying that I want. But I'm saying that somebody who asks hard questions like I am asking here today should be an independent senator. Where are the independent senators in Parliament? What are they doing? What have they done?
Or the question is, are they really independent? Because why they're not asking these questions?
Yeah, why they not listen to your program? How come I reading these things and I'm able to say all these things with fact behind me, but they're not asking no questions?
My God. And so besides we not knowing how much gas or oil they're taking from we don't know when it comes to the Quarry Association in Trinidad and Tobago, we don't know, we don't have no check and balances, nobody from the government to be able to verify that this quarry operator take out 10 loader truck a gravel where we supposed to get a percentage of that because we get them our asset. They don't have that oversight too. And yet still we paying, we get them we land, and we have to pay $2,500 a load of sand. Gravel so expensive. Them in paying with water but we have to pay with water them. No. That's not right at all.
No.
That's not
Not
right.
then.
This country in a messenger.
Wake up. People need to wake up and ask questions and listen and learn, and we need to wake up. Programs like yours should be given national awards because you're educating people.
Thanks so much, Mr. Aboud.
Bless you all. I will pray for you all.
Yes, but you keep your fight because you know we fight here. We going down. Instead that do we part. We want at least to fight for country. Make sure that we could die and say, well, we made some changes and our children and grandchildren and them. At least we put this in place and that in place and hope that we could see what need to put in place before we close our very eyes.
And the 3 times I went to the government, the Ministry of Finance, and I asked 3 times, and I got refused twice for a breakdown of all the properties, locations, companies, and prices paid for government rental properties. Last week, I got a response, and I got all the details of what the government is renting and from who. We could talk about that next time.
Yes. We have a whole program on that. People have to know, Mr. Aboud.
Andy, and could you ask them to forward a copy as well? Because
let Lennox Smith say if he could forward a copy to us, so we will, if we will be able to, when convenient to you.
Send me your email.
All right, no problem. We'll do that.
I haven't studied the document yet. But
not study it and thing, and you handle stories and.
Not necessarily. I just send a copy for us because we have plans to do the same thing, but it makes no sense. We
do it when he got it.
Doubling up when it's already existing. Yeah. So whether you study it or not, if you're so inclined, you could send a copy to us, please.
Andy, send me your email.
All right, I will. Thanks so much, Mr. Gary Aboud, for your love for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, knowing that you are in a position that you don't have to do what you're doing there. Your life could be easier if you want, but God said that you have to go out like this. You have to fight. And I'm grateful.
So it's duty, Andy. So it's duty. Okay,
everybody on board. Everybody has to be on board. You're quite right. Well done, Mr. Aboud. Well done.
You hear the kind of information and the kind of things that Mr. Aboud throw out there bravely.
Yeah, but we on the ground report are not surprised. Not so, Andy.
Not at all. We have been doing it. But what?
Yeah, but I know that. But there are people out there who are spellbound right now and can't believe their own heirs. But we had to pinch their heirs twice to determine whether or not they still have heirs or they're hearing what they're hearing. And all the time we were saying these things about the people that are totally dishonest, that they have, of course, acquired government, and they really and truly is about lining their pockets, supporting themselves and the so-called 1% that they have created. And Trinidad and Tobago's business takes second and third place to their own aggrandizement. But that is at the same time in public they have stolen from us. They have stored their ill-gotten gains in public as well. When we look at these various edifices, whether it's Balize House or of course the efforts of both Dr. Rowley and Imbert as far as family apartment dwellings are concerned, and therefore it will be very easy for a very neophytic investigator to bring them before the criminal justice system, and they're going to try their best to stay there in order to cover up and to prevent a true investigation. And we got that, of course, from former Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith, who told us in no uncertain terms, and maybe if he got a second term, he would have been able, of course, might have been able to venture there, in spite of all of the shenanigans and the infiltration of the various major independent institutions in the country by Dr. Rowley. But at the end of the day, just as Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago will eventually prevail, simply because evil could never prevail over good. Or put another way, good must prevail over evil.
So true. So Trinidad and Tobago, we go for a quick break and come back. When we come back, don't switch your dial at all. When we come back, more right here on the Gong Report. We'll be back.
The Ground Report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report. The Ground Report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
The countdown is on. The hype is building.
Do you have your tickets yet? Tickets are going fast for the Icons Can Cook.
The Icons Can Cook.
Turn down your pot as your Icon chefs will be cooking for you on the 26th November.
The groups are ready. Which team will be the champion of Icons Can Cook?
At Hearty Foods Car Park. Bring out the entire family. Enjoy the Christmas vibe and after party. So much in store. Bouncy castles, face painting, ice screening tests, live performances, music by all our DJs. Drinks will be on sale. And of course, 10 different dishes to choose from. Here's your menu and your team leaders.
Howie, Chinese food team blue. Dr. High, blue food team pink. Robin, Christmas dish team red. Kabuki, white team pigtail and pork pilau. Music library jerk team orange. Rough cut barbecue team green. Amitabh curry team gold yellow. Robert Amar, fruit and salad bar team burgundy. And Harvey Foods lamb and chicken biryani menu team purple.
Hold on, wait. And gourmet cutters from the Ground Report. Those guys flavoring everything. Get your tickets now for only $60 per dish. Or call 628-4073. Icons Can Cook. Remember, if you don't have a ticket, well, you don't stand a chance to get what's on our menu. Icons Can Cook, the biggest event to end the year. This event is a fundraiser. Show your support. Come out in your numbers. We're doing it more FM style. Icons Can Cook.
The Icons Can Cook.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand filled by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruka, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
We Kinda Jazz presents It's Celebration Time again this Christmas with international singing sensation Charmaine Ford, the Pan Masters Dane Gulston and son Daniel Gulston, legendary guitarist Clifford Charles, Marilyn Williams, singer of Ribbons, Los Amigos Cantadores, Parang, renowned saxophonist Tony Paul and band. Saturday, December 17th at Uticot, the Government Plaza Auditorium downtown, Lower Richmond Street and Wrightson Road, Port of Spain. Showtime 7 p.m. Tickets $350. Available at P. Noir Vu Clothing Stores, 13 Mucarapa Road, Santa Maria Plaza, St. James. Boland Amar Complex, 177 Traggery Road, Woodbrook, and at the door. For more information, call 625-3623, 628-4073, 628-0162. Sponsored by Specialist Hardware and Home Center, 282 Eastern Main Road, El Dorado, Tacarigua. It's celebration time again this Christmas with Charmaine Ford.
M&M Pharmacy opens its doors to you. Strategically located next to Eastside Supermarket, Sangre Chiquito. For all your healthcare needs and much more, M&M Pharmacy will give you customer service like no other. Your health is your wealth. Opening Saturday, 3rd December.
Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs. Get your eShop, PSN, Roblox, and Steam cards. Also get the latest PS5, PS4, Xbox, and Switch games. We have everyday specials, 2 for $500 on games for everyone. Shop online at sheltechelectronics.com and get even more discounts. Visit us at 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Capital Plaza, Port of Spain. Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs.
Warrell Regis and Company Limited. Services offered: new tires and battery sale, motor vehicle inspection, mechanical repairs, fleet maintenance, tire alignment, wheel balancing and rotation, nitrogen installation, auto body repairs. Authorized agent for all major insurance, windshield replacement, wrecking service, parts and accessories. SMR Enterprise Shogunas. Telephone 665-3377 or email warrellregis@yahoo.com. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Warrell Regis and Company Limited.
You can get it in the morning, you can get it in the evening too. You can get it in the night time. Target corned beef's there for you. Yeah, every day so many ways. Target corned beef good up for days. For your breakfast, lunch and dinner, make sure you choose a winner. Now she want me to eat it up, eat it up, eat it up. Eat Target corned beef, believe it, cannot refuse it. Eat it up, eat it up, eat it up, eat it. Target corned beef, yeah.
New look, same great taste, same great quality.
Distributed by Amco, a subsidiary of Antamacao.
Me and Ari, restaurant number 67, Western Main Road, James, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, fry bake, roast bake, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. De la a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dog, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
Once it's nice, you do it twice. The sweetness continues Sunday, 27th November. Baila Baila at Sensational Sammy's massive Sweet Soca Parang Party, featuring a live concert performance by Rome, Dr. Ross, and Third Base, with special performances by the Queen of Parang, Alicia Jagasa, and the legendary band Los Alumnos de San Juan. Also the sensational Una Sola Voz and DJ Sensational Sammy live. Plus more. Join the Baila Baila from 4 p.m. at Sensational Sammy Seafood Plus Restaurant and Bar in Arima. Admission is only $125. Call 265-1172. Food and drinks on sale. Sweetness you don't want to miss. Bring your crew, your shack at Sensational Sammy's Sweet Soca Parang Party. Baila Baila. Sunday, 27th November from 4 p.m. at Sensational Sammy Seafood Plus Restaurant in Arima. Sponsored by Guinness. Made of more. Sensational Sammy Sound Company.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047, as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
Your family's legacy deserves a place of remembrance.
One that pays tribute to a life well lived. Imagine a picturesque garden where you can preserve your memories for a future generation in a serene, eco-friendly sanctuary
surrounded by lush tropical trees
where you and your loved ones can rest securely in infinite peace. Your legacy begins at the Orange Grove Memorial Gardens.
Call us now at 223-2178.
Rated as the #1 event of the 90s. Some say it was the best era ever.
I heard he sang a good song.
Others say it was the event that touched the heart and soul of a generation.
Put your picture on my mirror.
Whatever it was, on Saturday, December 3rd, at the Center of Excellence, we will all rise and reconnect to Michelle. Everyone is talking about it. You have to be there for this once-in-a-lifetime experience. Hurry and get your tickets now. Limited General and Island VIP tickets are now available online at suntix.com. St. Augustine Green Machine Alumni Committee, Bobby's Bar, Curep, Cache Stores, La Luna Diner, Aruka, Extra Foods, Devon Home Furnishings, Eldorado, Scrapes Car Wash and Laundry, Trin City, Sensational Sammy Seafood, Arima, and Bamba Star Lounge, St. Augustine. Michelle's The Journey Back to the Future has begun.
Restyles Funeral Home Company Limited. Services include cremation, burial, embalming, human remains repatriation, tents, and grave markers. At Restyles Funeral Home, you can stay in the comfort of your own home and be assured that all your funeral needs are met, from the time your loved one passes on to the day of burial or cremation, which simply means we do registration, acquire death certificates, and much more. We are on call 24 hours, 350-3626 or 218-5104.
Talparo Youth Club Windball Cricket League, in collaboration with Councillor Ryan Rampersad, presents the Grand Final, Saturday, 26th November at Brazil Recreational Ground. Third place playoff at 10:30 a.m. Best of the rest finals at 1 p.m. National Women versus Women Talparo All-Stars at 4 p.m. Big 8 finals at 6 p.m. Lots of events on the day. Tin Pan Alley, Greasy Pig, musical chair, joke of the day, beer race. It's games galore all day. Live music and entertainment. Saturday, 26th November at Brazil Recreational Ground. Come and support your favorite team. This ad sponsored by More FM 104.7.
This is it. It's We Kinda Christmas, the concert. Sunday, 4th December at Napa. It's happening under the patronage of the Tunapuna Piako Regional Corporation with Malik Folk Performing Company, the Trinidad and Tobago Prison Service Band, First Citizens Supernova Steel Orchestra, along with Los Alumnos de San Juan. And look out for ZTV Shiv Shakti Dance Company and special guest Chuck Gordon.
Yo, this is Chuck Gordon. Once you reach by the gate, forget all your worries. Don't bring problems and stress up in here.
Showtime, 6 p.m. Tickets, $200. Available at Napa Box Office, Tunapuna Piako Regional Corporation Office, or WhatsApp at 278-7878. Get yours early and come and enjoy We Kinda Christmas, Sunday, 4th December at Napa. Lots of door prizes to be won. It will be the sweetest.
A real Trini Christmas.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047, as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
We are back. Lennox Smith. Okay, so I don't think he's here. Speaking of the issue in Manzalilla, there is a video that shows the road really destroyed, and I think pipes burst, water is coming out. It's really bad. If you go to Real Minatiti on YouTube or Facebook, you're gonna be able to see the video I'm talking about. So you can go up, and if you want to see it, you can see it, and you'll also hear the audio as well. This is starting to get out of hand. What is going on? The more and more roads are gonna be destroyed. Less, the ones that are not supposed to be fixed are getting fixed. Also, if you have any issues, you can call in. The number is to call 229-0251 or 239-5120. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Kof. Good morning, Lennox, Mikey, Andy, and to everybody out here. Now, let me put in my 2 cents with Gary Aboud, right? Now, we know, you hear me good, Kof?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right. Elections have consequences. You stood up here on this program when they called you some time ago, and you said you believed all what Rowley was telling you concerning the corruption of the UNC. You didn't have proof, but you believed in what Rowley was saying. Some time ago before that, when they interviewed you, Mikey was there, Mikey can attest it. You come to talk about Ganga Singh couldn't afford a suit, and Ganga Singh is seems $14 million suit. I didn't know it had $1 million suit, eh? And I could back up what I'm saying, because Mikey was right here, when Mikey had to pull him up. Right? You didn't know what was going on, but you believed everything that Rowley was saying. And look at today. But you know what has hurt me, Cuff? Rowley's the one that has the country in this condition, not Kamla Prasad Bissessar. Because we were living in heaven. We were living in heaven under Kamla Prasad Bissessar. Yes, we had our challenges, but it was nothing like now. Kamla didn't squeeze us with taxes, and every minute taking a bite of the pie, and just so we will be left with nothing. He talking about the woman who didn't have no money for nothing. Well, just so he had to end up helping half of us. Because all you put him there. But all you can't talk about what it is he doing. You have to go back and talk what Kamla doing. And I don't know if they don't listen to the Monday Night Forum or wherever it is. But Kamla was the one that brought the procurement. All they had to do, that's when they came out of office, all the PNM had to do since 2015 when they came in was to proclaim it. Look at V22, and they never did it. Every time the man asks about it, oh, we still have to discuss. You lie and you tell Afro Raymond and all of them there were loopholes and they're going to plug it. And as soon as you plug it, 3 months after, you're going to proclaim it. Amber said it was going to be proclaimed in 2016. Look at today, 5 years later, 6 years later, and nothing is being done. They went and they butchered it, and all it have somebody on the chat here. I don't know what Kamala do he. Maybe he wanted something and he never get it. Right? Coming to talk about what Kamala ain't do and what Kamala do. Kamala and them did it. Kamala was the one that brought out how they butchered the procurement. And they're still saying that they have to discuss it and they didn't proclaim it yet. But you know what, Cuff? I agree with Bunilal Lashad. Sit down right here. Sit down right there. Who want to cuss you, let them cuss you. Because you're bringing out things, and if they go now, you resign and they put somebody that they want, they're going to turn a blind eye to what it is the PNM is doing. All you only want Kamala to come out and hit issues. Why all they don't do it? Why Gary Abu don't call a protest? Because you are affected too. But they cannot talk about the PNM without bringing in Kamala into it. Kamala government, let me remind people, Kamala government won awards in education, trade, energy, you name it, and for democracy. And we were voted one of the happiest countries. From the time Rowley came in, everything started sinking. And today is roads, bridges, every institution collapsing. And they were voted the stinkiest country in the world. So you cannot compare chalk and cheese. You cannot do that. When they want to talk, bring, and talking about, oh, he know all of this. How he know all this and Kamala and them don't know it. How all you know Kamala and them don't know it? But all they don't listen to the forums, and none of the meetings and them. What it is they're bringing out. Cuff, and the next thing I want to say before I go, you see that man way? He better get down on his knees and pray and pray and pray. Because I believe in God's justice. After that man sat down there in this lazy attitude, right? And I must commend Prakash for how he handled him. You want to tell me you lied and you say the Coast Guard was never stopped from going, stop the people from going down? And everybody pull guns to the people? You are coming to tell us that since the Friday, Mr. Ali organized a rescue team. Or they refused to use that rescue team. And then all it was waiting until Sunday for a rescue team. And the rescue team never come. It was then recovery. No, somebody have to pay. We need justice for these divers. Cuff, thanks a lot and have a good morning.
Thank you, Miss Santa Cruz.
Yes. Well, go ahead. The lines are open. Director Cuff, the lines are open. The numbers to call again. Give them the numbers. Mr. Aboud had a lot to say. Well,
I want to say good morning to
all different kinds of editorial. So go ahead and call the numbers and give the numbers. Let people make their call and have the opportunity to give a contribution.
Yes, I want to say good morning to Mikey K.
Get on the inside.
As well. I see you there, Mikey K. Good morning to you.
Hey, morning, brother. Morning.
Numbers to call 229-0251 or 239-5120.
Who's on the outside? Morning, welcome TNT.
Yeah.
Good morning, caller.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Morning to each and everyone on the ground report and all the listeners. I agree with what Mr. Gary Aboud was saying, but as always, I mean, these guys are bringing the past Prime Minister, Mrs. Bisesa, into it. She did a lot for the country. She did, and at least she is still trying in opposition to do and to highlight what she did in the past. I mean, people should appreciate that very much, but as always, you know, these guys, everybody have their agenda, You know, and, I mean, it's a shame to know that what this country turned into at the moment. Everything is seem to be upside down. The road are in a mess, and driving at night is a nightmare, and a lot of things that taking place today. It is so bad that you know it's terrible. So I don't know.
You're correct about that. You're so correct. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's the thing about it to Cuff and Lennox. That's the thing. This in the infrastructure. I mean, you have some idiots posting that the roads that the partnership built is now falling apart. People really serious? Was there any maintenance? You're talking about all the neglect of areas, especially there seems to be geographical discrimination. If they didn't vote for us, that is not we people, forget them. That's what it's all about. And what that guy said there is so true. The roads are in a terrible state. You go in and you're trying to figure out what's wrong with your vehicle. If you had to buy a part, they'll tell you no, you went down in some hole and the tire itself bent, not just the rim, you know. The tire and all that. I mean, listen, it's costing people thousands of dollars, I'm certain. When you add up everything now, these roads are bad, they're bad. Who we have on the outside?
Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to the crew. I take a look at the commission of inquiry that is taking place, and it is reflective of the extent to which everything in this country has collapsed. Because Mr. Smith used the word shambolic. The organization of this organization there, what's the name again? What was then Petrotrin or whatever it is they make into this
Paria
right, Paria. Paria is shambolic. The fact remains is that you saw deterioration. Everything is declining. I remember when Petrotrin was in fact a model of excellence. When you're talking about safety and all these different things, I remember people used to post about that. Now the fact remains, you look down there, everybody's scrambling, nobody knows what to do this once they pull this here. What it is they running? After being 2023, that is one of our most premier industry. That is what we have, premier assets, and it's total chaos. But that is when you have nepotism. You have the oligarchs in charge of everything. The oligarchs in charge of parliament. They're in charge of the EDL, EFL. They're in charge of everything. So it doesn't matter whether they're competent or they're incompetent. That is the oligarchs. They're here, and that is the result of what the nepotism and favoritism. When the country and the country's resources are in the hands of one group, a small group of people, they own and they control everything. Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, gentlemen. Mighty Key, good morning to you, darling.
Morning, sweetie. Morning.
Oh, Mighty Key, I had a calling. Every time I hear Miss Santa Cruz, my blood just call Miss Santa Cruz girl. Go to the head of, I can't say nothing again. Lady, go to the head of the class. You hit the nail on the head of it. Mighty Key, darling, you have a nice day, lover. See you on Saturday?
Yes, indeed.
Right.
Culinary treats, all prepared.
Yeah.
Morning.
Good morning, caller.
Morning, gentlemen. Gentlemen, you see, the thing they call karma have a way of exposing dishonesty and incompetence. And you see what's taking place now? Like yesterday I was telling Andy about how I was offshore. Now, what does take place outside in the offshore system? You see them same fellas, them who understand now, when it have incidents offshore, because all of them is our BP fellowship crew that is running Paria right now, is our boys club. They are the ones them who used to be like when it have incidents and accidents offshore, they are the ones who would be doing the investigation. The first thing, when any incident happens offshore, they will tell you, pack your bag and they're sending a chopper to get you off the platform. They go want to fire, especially if it's a contract worker or anything like that. And they'll start from there. And then now, they would come and make sure and put everything in place so that the company have no liability whatsoever that could be held responsible for the incident that take place there. And then they'll cover it up and they go throw the lowest man on the ladder under the boss. They either fire him or get him out of the system. And that's all. Now you see how the incompetence of these fellas now, how they just be appointed is either because there's friends of somebody or it's a political appointment. And the most sort of incompetence, I could tell you, it have look the same Mushtaq Mohammed and them fellas. If you tell them to open a valve, they will close it. I could tell you, but they qualify to the max, but no set of physical skills to run the operation. So all they do is sit in office and give instructions. They don't even have a clue about how to perform a rescue or anything like that. When it have incidents, or they used to be crying and frightened because they're afraid to lose their life and their fancy lifestyle and all this kind of thing. So this whole scenario that is taking place in Paria, let me tell you something. It would expose the type of incompetence that there's really be managing these operations on them. And I would be very concerned for this Christopher Boudram, because this thing gonna expose some serious situation here. And just like the investigation where they was investigating Alwari Chira, and all of a sudden the investigator mysteriously commits suicide that they couldn't find the gun. Then we have the other state witness who witnessed the shooting with the police in Rich Plain down there. He get killed all of a sudden. So knowing where this thing is leading to, this Christopher Boudram have to be very careful. And I think some sort of protection should be extended for this man, because let me tell you something, we're in a real bad state with this inquiry going. Have a good morning, gentlemen, and take care.
Thank you, caller. No, but he was talking about, he was calling some names like Mushtaq and all these individuals, and whether they have the expertise to deal with the valves and all the technical aspects of it. I don't even want to go that far. It's simple questions, simple questions, and we narrow it down. Who made the decision not to save the divers? How many people were involved in making such a decision? And based on the administrative structure of Paria, who has the final say when situations such as emergencies take place? I don't want to go too deep in. Yeah, these fellas have a lot of administrative, accolades to their name, and that's fine. That's fine. They study hard. They made their sacrifice. But at the end of the day, who made the decision not to save the divers? There's nothing academic in that. Basic as it could be. Who? All of this, of course, at the end of the day, a commission of inquiry has no sort of power beyond just laying out everything as far as the inquiry goes. But where's the TTPS in all of this? Was there negligence? Where's Jacob in all of this? Even to the fact that we heard from MP Dinesh Rambali and Senator David Nakin that when they went to deliver the letter to Acting Commissioner of Police Jacob on the Nelson Gate issue, they were told that the investigative file for that incident has already been forwarded to the office of the DPP. Then people understand we need to call upon, and yes, every day we're going to say it when the ground report is on. I know many of you are just beyond the fact that you just don't want to participate. You tell about Victor Roberts thing, why? Because I understand you're caught up in World Cup, Christmas, and Carnival, right? So we had to hold on until after Easter? How much damage will be done already? Every day, some infrastructure falling down. If it's not the bridge up in Darbody, that's still just holding on for dear life. You have the Rup Singh Road Bridge. That too, totally bad. That entirely collapsed into the Lakwesa River and all along the area. So understand what's going on here. When are they even going to start to deal with the infrastructure? So we must hold on until what, April? Until they find a fighting spirit again? Until they realize that the country needs you? We can't take a vacation. We can't take a day off. We don't have time for World Cup, Christmas, and Carnival. They're trying to tell us it's the mother of all Carnival. By the time we turn around in the blink of an eye, Trinidad will be gone. Who's on the outside?
2290251, 2290251, or 2395120. Good morning, caller.
Hello. Yeah, good morning again. Yeah, Mikey, I totally agree with you. We cannot forget what is taking place now. We cannot put Carnival and World Cup and all these things in front of it. I mean, there is too much in the air, right? It's glaring. These witnesses that getting killed, it's so frightening that if you see something now, it's better you turn your face away from it, because it's too frightening, and they're not putting anything in place, proper things in place to protect witnesses, right? An important thing as witnesses who have good evidence to convict and to put away people. They are not doing it. So the whole damn thing in a mess. That security minister, he should hang his head in shame and resign forthwith. Do have a wonderful morning, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Who's on the outside? Morning, welcome.
Good morning. Well, this man really real blight. That PNM government real blight. The road in South Trinidad, look at all that landslide down there. I looking at the TV. What never happened in history happened now under this dirty PNM government. The road in Manzanilla, the sea wash away the road. Lucas down in South Trinidad. Look at how much Lucas down in South Trinidad. Look at the kind of flood take we country, a little country like this, which is so rich, eh? This man real light and that party real light, eh? They watch them witch broom that take the cocoa and Palama that take the pig. They're real light. Good morning, sir. God bless all
Thank you,
you.
real blight for real.
And I just listening.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Morning, welcome.
Morning.
Good morning.
I always say, from Eric Williams, Rowley, not one of them had the intelligence to run a country. But God has blessed this country so beautiful. The oil money used to just be pouring into the treasury. So they didn't have to think about nothing. The only party that show what governance is the UNC party. Ham, lamb, and jam. Everybody was happy. But they didn't like that. They voted out. They love to live the way they live now in Trinidad. That's why I have no love for nobody in Trinidad here who begging on the street, who wants something. Nothing for all of you. Unless you're dead now.
I don't agree with that. We definitely do not agree with that.
No, nobody should die.
I mean, everybody is suffering. Everybody's suffering. And I understand, I mean, if you want to express yourself, but I mean, people are totally fed up. They're totally fed up. So don't forget, I mean, Victor Roberts is telling it as it is. All the good folks, nothing will change until the government is changed. Democracy matters. We must act now to save our country. And democracy defenders will walk from Palo Seco to Palo Seco to Port of Spain. The highest murder rate, highest food prices, highest unemployment, the worst governance, worst roads, flooding, assault on democracy. And it all starts on Saturday, December 10th, 2022, Palo Seco to San Fernando. And of course, Saturday, January 7th, San Fernando to Chaguanas. And on Friday, January 13th, 2023, Chaguanas to Port of Spain. For more information, please call 316-4468, 316-4468. Change starts with you. Let's make the change now. PNM must go, talk done. Democracy matters. It's all about getting out there from Palo Seco to Port of Spain. It has to be done, my friend. We cannot ease up. Cuff, we can't give them a vacation.
Let's get it done.
That's the reality of it. We can't. You have the icon ad set up there for me, my friend?
Yeah, I do.
The icons can cook?
Yeah.
You want to take like 2 calls and then we could just hit that? Because we had to let the people know. I mean, it's the last day. If you want to get tickets, whatever's going on, please communicate with us. We are set and ready, and staff and management and everyone affiliated with More 104.7 FM. We want to thank you so much for your support. We know that you're behind us 100%, and we will continue to grow from strength to strength. Definitely want to thank all you diehard supporters, all the ground reporters, all the stakeholders. Who's on the outside quickly?
Good morning, short and sweet.
Good morning, gentlemen. This morning I listened to Mr. Abu talking about a lady who has 5 children and she don't have passage to go and register their birth certificate. I don't mind, like, if you're giving somebody the money to do that. But, Michael Carr, how long? Do you say the husband walk out or your boyfriend walk out or the man or whoever? Go to the police and let them find him and let get the responsibility. He had to mind the children. We fed up of the public having to mind useless men children. In 1972, I stand corrected by a year or either before or after. In China, Michael, you're going to remember it. They say 1 child to a couple. A doctor and a dentist going to have 2 children. They put them in a rice field until the child reach 18 years. They pay from the rice field to mine it. Why we will be mining people 5 children? Get the police to get them to be responsible and mine his children. If the police don't want to find him, take your 5 children and carry them in the police station and leave them. Have a nice day, sir.
All right. I don't think any mother want to leave their children in the police station. I mean, again, very passionate. You hear anything? We cannot take a vacation. There can be no ease up to this. Their knees are buckling. They're on the back ropes. We have to go in for the political kill. Come on, people. Who we have out there? Who we have?
Good morning, caller. Short and sweet.
Pleasant good morning, brothers. But I'm ITK Pleasant good morning to you.
Yes,
I heard you asked a question just now. Who passed the orders to not to save the divers? Well, from what I reading and from what I hearing in the inquiry, my TK, I want to ask you a question. Who is the manager? Who is Colin Piper? Who is Colin Piper, my TK?
Apparently that is the man who makes the big decisions.
Well, they say Colin Piper is the man. Well, it appears he is the chairman of Petro.
Hello?
I'd say Mr. Lynch, which is the chairman.
Caller, you are cutting out. We're not hearing what
you're
saying.
You're breaking up bad, man.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's all the phone game problems. Yes,
right,
Mr. Lynch, who is chairman of the inquiry, and Mr. Maraj, who is the attorney defending the family, asked some questions, pertinent questions, right? And it was Mr. Lynch asked Mr. Maraj, by what Mr. Maraj said, that is Mr. Colin Piper. I say it again, Mr. Colin Piper is the person who passed the word, do not go down there, it is too risky. I would like to know if Mr. Colin Piper have any sort of profession in diving, in underwater diving, to know that when people are down there and seeing that there's a pipe that the people was in, there was in something they call an air pocket, right? And being in an air pocket, watch how long these men stay alive for before the system, before the government could try the best to rescue Mr. Christopher Boujam, who was the sole survivor. He came up and he tell them all the men are alive. And Mr. Colin Piper is the man who say, nah, it's too risky. Don't let them go back down there. Come on, Trinidad and Tobago, and we still taking that inquiry to find out this, making people get one set of money and we don't know what's going on already. Is Colin Piper that trying to protect my TK?
Garnage, you've been looking at this seriously, boy. Who made the decision not to save the divers?
Thank you, Garnage.
And how many people were involved in making such a decision? And based on the administrative structure of Paria, who has the final say when situations such as emergencies take place? Now, Carnage is looking on. He's connecting the dots. But where's Jacob and the TTPS in all of this? Does Jacob have a radio? Does he watch television? Does he have people who come into his office and say, boss, this thing looking fishy? We don't know. Yes. Are you there? Cuff?
Yeah, are you ready to play the ad?
Yeah, play the ad. We have
Okay.
gotta get these things, get the good folks to know what's happening over the weekend, man. Morning, Bishop. Morning.
The countdown is on. The hype is building.
Do you have your tickets yet? Tickets are going fast for the Icons Can Cook.
The Icons Can Cook.
Turn down your pot as your icon chefs will be cooking for you on the 26th November.
The groups are ready. Which team will be the champion of Icons Can Cook?
At Hearty Foods Car Park. Bring out the entire family. Enjoy the Christmas vibe and after party. So much in store. Bouncy castle, face painting, ice screening tests, live performances, music by all our DJs. Drinks will be on sale. And of course, 10 different dishes to choose from. Here's your menu and your team leaders.
Howie, Chinese food team blue. Dr. High, blue food team pink. Robin, Christmas dish team red. Kabuki, white team, pigtail and pork pilau. Music library jerk team orange. Rough cut, barbecue team green. Amitab, curry team gold yellow. Robert Amar, fruit and salad bar team burgundy. And Harvey Foods lamb and chicken biryani menu team purple.
Hold on, wait. And gourmet cutters from the Ground Report. Those guys flavoring everything. Get your tickets now for only $60 per dish. Or call 628-4073. Icons Can Cook. Remember, if you don't have a ticket, well, you don't stand a chance to get what's on our menu. Icons Can Cook, the biggest event to end the year. This event is a fundraiser. Show your support. Come out in your numbers. We're doing it more FM style. Icons Can Cook.
The Icons Can Cook.
Yes, the Icons Can Cook. Andy Williams, where's the pit bull? The numbers. Of course, folks, Andy is in charge of making sure that you have access to the tickets. I wish he was on this morning, but we are all set and prepared for tomorrow. Icons Can Cook, all the great teams. Our manager, Andy Williams, couldn't even negotiate a color for the Ground Report. Everybody else have a color. We have no color. We just transparent. So we like liquid water.
Really?
We're just there. Yeah, we have no color. There's no color. We are a team of no color. You understand? But we are going to be a team of flavor. We have no color, but we're going to have flavor. It's not going to be bland. It's not going to be plain. It's going to be flavorful. So that's okay. We'll make up for the fact that we have no color in our flavor. Pitbull, where are you, please? These people want the phone numbers for the tickets. Where's Andy Pitbull Williams, man? You can't be holding back progress. Wherever you are.
If he's listening, he can join from where he is.
Of course he's listening. He was in just now, man. What's the tickets?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's in. Come in, Pitbull. Bust the leash and come in. People hungry, man.
Back up. We need back up.
There you go.
What it is showing up technology, man. That's good. That's good. And Icons Can Cook. So I'm listening, Mikey. I'm listening. So yes, what the tickets. Anne Marie, man. So just give them Anne Marie number and everything in order. So Anne Marie number. I don't have it with I want to go with my phone to get it there. So it's just about Anne Marie number.
Just telling the people it's just about Anne Marie number. Listen, it's 336-6594. 336-6594. Please give that number a call. Yeah, you get your tickets, all the late ones, all the people who are coming in. Please call Anne Marie, get those tickets. Are you still on, Pitbull? Cuff, is he there?
I think he ran away again.
Yes. But
all right.
People will try to ring.
Yeah, I understand.
I'll be a little soft until the phone stop ring. But
that's all right.
I'm here.
336-6594. Please, folks, take down that number. You want to get your tickets. Please. I have no tickets on me. Andy has no tickets on him. But the tickets are with Anne-Marie. So there you have it. You're going to get your tickets wherever you are. She will get in the Green Hornet with Lennox Smith and get those tickets to you. 336-6594. Again, 336-6594. Come out. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day. Cuff, but for the time, Cuff here, Bouncy Castle, he's going to be there tomorrow as well. So come out, the entire team. Come out.
I'm first thing I'm gonna do is pop it when I see it because I hate those things.
You don't like Bouncy Castle?
Nah.
These
like
American kids like Bouncy Castles.
I don't like
hamburgers, Coca-Cola.
I've had a bad experience with it, so.
Bad experience. Wow.
Yeah.
I understand. It happens. But you did get back up. You recovered. Get back on that Bouncy Castle tomorrow in Hearty Foods Car Park. The Icons can cook. Again, call 336-6594. 336-6594. Get your tickets. I know people you're saying you might be somewhere Las Cuevas, somewhere in Manzanilla. If we could find somehow to get a helicopter, but you have to be there.
Yes, let them know.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in a helicopter.
What people offering? You have to give that. Yeah, the people want to hear it.
Hey, listener. By now, everybody know what we offer. The most important thing is to come through. Your gourmet cutters will be ready. Come through tomorrow. 336-6594. Again, 336-6594. Come through, get your gourmet cutters, get your salad, get your desserts, get your curry, get your lamb, get your Chinese food, get your Christmas treats, get your blue food. Oh man, it's your one-stop shop tomorrow. Best hand. Tomorrow is Saturday, best hand day. So come out, get your tickets, 336-6594, all for a worthy cause. Dip in your pocket, bend your elbow, reach for your wallet, 336-6594. Come out and taste Saturday best hand with more 104.7. Yes, the Icons can cook. You had to come out and enjoy. Come on.
And Mikey, you need to inform that Anne-Marie will be in Arima and environs area in the next hour or so. So persons in Brazil, another part.
Bishop, thank you, Lennox. Bishop, everybody, Pagai, everybody, Arima, Florence, everybody, Flora, everybody, 336.
Let's go, Lennox.
Call Anne-Marie, 336-6594, which means she could come through Tunapuna side, she could come through Curup side, if you're down there, as far as Brazil.
Sandy Grande as well.
As far as Brazil, not Rio de Janeiro, but we're talking Brazil up the road, Sandy Grande, Malabar, she is coming. So she's going to be getting in that Green Hornet and coming to you and dropping those tickets. 336-6594. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss it.
Who knows? You might see me coming in a helicopter, Anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. That's how it is. When you see the hype up on the Coca-Cola and burger, the stock, all kind of thing. But anyhow, talking good food tomorrow. Not just fast food, but good, wholesome food. A taste of the Trini Christmas. You're getting your blue food, putting all them carbs together. You're getting your gourmet. You're getting your Parmesan, garlic Parmesan wings. You get you name it, just come out. 336-6594. Get your tickets. Get them now.
Yes.
Pitbull going again?
Yeah, he's not here anymore.
So folks, again, 336-6594. Our time is up. Hey, don't forget later on tonight, 8 p.m., our very own Lennox Smith Corridor Transformation. Monday, of course, again with the Observer. We ruffle some feathers, especially with Undercover, Mr. Undercover, and that whole entire thing dealing with the courier service, the courier mafia. You have to get the show. Watch Wednesday's episode. It is something else. We also had former UNC Senator Sean Sobers and also Councillor Kenwin Phillip to show you what's going on in Manzanilla and some of the challenges they have, especially with these developers. These developers, how they get in town and country approval, even from the corporation, we just don't know. But they're only concerned with whatever waste they have. It don't stay on the development. Wherever it goes, in the village, whoever home, they could care less. So get that, the Observer, Wednesday show, and you'll see all of that. Folks, until tomorrow when we meet up at Hearty Foods Car Park, Take care, be safe on the roads. And again, we want to thank you for your support. Everybody, all ground reporters, all stakeholders, much love. Hey, Andy, Lennox, Technical Director Cuff.
Yes, Mikey. Take care.
One love and peace in the Middle East.
See everyone on Monday.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements